and Dragons. I will be your dungeon master, as always. Last we left our adventuring party, you were...
Avoiding prison.
You all were in the presence of the Queen and the King. After a quick conversation with the King, he left abruptly, leaving the Queen and her daughter behind. After a few more moments, guards left the room, and you guys were able to have a candid conversation with her, finding out that she is pretty much the powerhouse that runs the day-to-day foreign affairs in the kingdom. Her husband only handles the immediate things in the city, and as such, she has asked if you would be so kind to investigate a couple of areas. One up in the Frost Bowl, one over in the Vadon. I think that's how it's pronounced. Bolduhn.
Sure, world, however you say it, is how it's pronounced.
Your god.
Vadon. Area.
Yeah, but he's not the dictionary.
That's true, I am not. And then over at the Scarbrink Bastion, which you guys kind of got a little glimpse as players of what's going on over there last session. Afterwards, you guys decided to take a little bit of time to immerse yourself in the city of Selena, as well as kind of recall some of your lost memories. Heading over to the Blue Rose Guild, you guys met with the guild leader, your guild master, where he informed you guys that you were on a contract and it was for membership to complete the quest, as well as a small reward. As such, you received your reward and got a little bit of information about some of the other parties that were sent out in the general area that you guys left in. And as such, the assistant kind of gave Pele a bad feeling.
Big bad feeling.
After quite a small altercation, he turned around and left to follow the guildmaster, at which time Pele rushed after him. Moments later, the guildmaster stabbed, lying dying on the floor. A fight broke out, and you guys were attacked by these gaseous, toxic creatures. Not before a familiar face announced himself, and then fleeted of Amber. And you all are now in the guild hall's master's personal quarters, bloodied, and guildmaster is either dead or dying. Assistant is dead, and Pele was holding the murder weapon on her person. As
I thought we revived him.
Yeah, I thought Swage revived him, and right when we revived him is when we stopped.
I said we'd see. So, that is where we left off. So, as guards or footsteps are coming down the hallway after a loud scream of the barkeep who was downstairs, who came to investigate the altercation that was ongoing, saw you all lying over the bodies, screamed and ran out. You hear now footsteps coming up the stairs, down the hall. What would you guys like to do?
I'm putting the murder weapon in my back pocket or somewhere, hiding it, and asking, are we able to bring him back?
I was casting, and I'll get an answer in a second. I cast Revivify on the guildmaster after he had dispelled the effect we thought would stop it. So.
Let's see. Just want to look up the spell. Make sure there's no crazy wording. Okay. So he does come back to life. He does have 1 hit point, and you notice that the parts that were covered in necrosis don't look like they're healing.
Didn't we do something beforehand to?
Yeah. Essay dispelled the effect we have. I will use detect magic and medicine to see if I can figure out what.
Well, he's doing that.
I haven't tried to heal the
Can I use protection against good and evil? While he's doing that, can I use protection against good and evil?
On who?
On the Guildmaster.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Did we knock that? We knocked the door down, didn't we?
Yeah, the door is gone.
Yeah, the door's gone.
I'm gonna stand in the doorway. I'm posting up in the doorway.
Yep. And did I see her pick up the murder weapon and put it in her and hide it? I have a passive 22.
I'd say yeah. You saw it. Go ahead and make me a medicine check and an arcana check.
Okay. The purple will be the arcana. So medicine is medicine's a nat 20.
Nice.
For medicine's not something I'm specialized in. 28.
Okay.
And arcana, which I am specialized in, is a 29.
29. Okay. So with a 28, you notice that the areas that were hit with the necrosis damage doesn't look like it's spreading anymore. The arcana check that you did, you notice that due to the limitation of Revivify, it cannot restore any missing body parts. And since the necrosis has destroyed those parts, the shell is still there, but everything that's supposed to be working is...
Has he got enough of himself to stay alive?
With your medicine check, you notice that he is breathing somewhat hindered, but he's still breathing. He's not like he's losing any health. He's not bleeding. He's not hemorrhaging. Everything that you can tell is look like he is, for the most part, stable.
Okay, then I will attempt to heal him with the sword. And see what I can help. I mean, I might not be able to get everything, but I might be able to get a significant portion. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Man, I almost dropped that after organizing them. Would have been the worst. I would have went home.
You mean you almost dumped him on the floor?
Yeah. Or like I was putting all my D4s in and I almost hit it and knocked it down.
I have not figured out that relationship yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 24, 30, 32, 33, 53.
53. As his body gets bombarded with life energy.
So yeah, just lower the sword and touch him gently, and things start wrapping around him.
As he did not have that many hit points to begin with, he is overfilled with life energy. You see his kind of eyes kind of start to flitter a little bit as he seems to be becoming conscious.
Okay. That's all I needed. I will sit back.
You do notice that the limbs that have been, like the part of his side and the part of his leg and part of his arm,
I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
Then I will reach out toward Pele, where she's tucked the dagger away. We don't carry murder weapons around with us, dear, and I flick it back over to the assistant. Unless if she just stops me and pushes it out of hand, I don't grab it, but I'm just like...
after a few moments, Kaz,
murder weapons on
you see approximately about 5 or 6 heavily armed individuals start coming down
I shoot the sword
into the hallway. I assume you're kind of like peeking out the door. You're not just like.
No, I mean I was standing right in the
Oh,
doorway.
you just want to stand in the doorway?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you can still see down the hallway.
Yeah.
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 Especially when you're heavy-footed, it's coming toward you.
I'm not gonna have my weapon out, but I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna hold up the guild badge and tell him that
It's so shiny and big.
I mean, I got it. I might as well use it.
I'm just picturing you like it's like still super shiny, not even lacquer.
I'm like pulling the plastic off of it and taking it out of the wrapper. And I'm gonna tell him that the guildmaster was attacked, but we've got it under control now.
As you say this, one of the more lithe individuals kind of comes up to you and kind of gets not in your face, but he's like right, probably about a good 2 or 3 feet away from you,
Okay.
and his weapons are drawn.
Okay.
And he looks at you. What do you mean, Guildmaster was attacked?
What part of that don't you understand?
Well, I only see you and your friends in this room, and the Guildmaster hurt.
Well,
How do I know you didn't do it?
Because the dead assistant over there is the one who did it.
I'm gonna stick my head in between Kaz and the doorframe, just a sign. Say, what he's saying is true, and the guildmaster, we revived him. So if you'd like, you may question him, but hello. But
gonna be okay,
the
dude.
murderer escaped. He just boop, teleported away. And I know that sounds wonky, but it's the truth.
As he looks at the other individuals, you actually can hear the doors outside to the guild hall open, and you can hear metaled footsteps now starting to come in. As the guild members that are there, they're all wearing their badges on them. How do I even know that's a real guild badge?
Would you like to test it? As I'm like, here you go.
He kind of takes it and he kind of looks at it up close. Like he doesn't like snatch it, but he does take it from your hand, and he's looking at it closely. What do you think? The other guy picks it up, and he's a big ogre-looking gentleman. He's an orc, and he sits there and it looks legit. Hands it back to him. All right. So you are guild members, although I've never seen you here before.
We just returned from a mission that we were on for about like 3 months.
You have documents proving it?
They got destroyed, sadly.
How convenient.
But the payment was between us and the guildmaster. There's a lot of suspicion going around. And I'm gonna. So let's give the
Yeah,
guildmaster
how do we
talk.
know you're not here to finish the job?
Guildmaster talk.
Because
He seems well enough.
we live and work here.
We work here too.
Now that I think about
stalling,
it, I've
trying
never
to-
seen you here before.
Because you just. You know what? I'm not going to get into it with you. I let the constables handle it. Now, how about you move aside so we can make sure that the guildmaster is okay.
I'm gonna pat Cows on the back and say, go ahead, move aside.
Okay, I'll let him in.
Alright. As soon as you do, the lift man kind of walks in arrogantly. The ogre individual, he kind of like, guys, you're not a small person. So even you kind of just moving to the side, he's kind of like stepping you. So he doesn't like hit you, but he's like trying to be respectful enough to like go around you. But he still does bump into you. He's not a small individual
That's fine.
himself. As he does, he's like, sorry. He continues to walk. As the other individuals that come in behind are human, they start to kind of assess the situation. You can see another healer is in their group as he is trying to heal the guildmaster in doing his various checks to make sure he's still good. You can also see that one of the other individuals is kind of like looking at the body of the assistant. What would you guys like to do while this is all going on?
I'm just gonna let him do what he's doing. I'm kind of standing there like this has happened to me before. I'm just like,
What's the guy that I was talking to? What's he doing?
He's just standing there, kind of like watching you guys as they're doing their thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch him.
Yeah, I'll just watch him.
Come.
So how
I'm just
I
looking forward.
I was gonna try to sneak up on him, but he's watching us. So.
how long have you been with the guild? Don't think too hard.
About 8 years.
Oh, okay. So it's strange we never crossed paths when we were here before.
That was a lot of fingers for 8 years.
Well, it's been a long 8 years. But we weren't always based out of this particular guild.
So how long have you been at this one? Oh boy.
About 2.
2 years? Yeah, still weird. He didn't cross paths with us. Maybe he wasn't memorable.
I mean, I forget. I'm just looking at you.
I mean,
to
I would
answer
say
that
I'm
question.
quite memorable.
Oh, there he is.
Well, we'll remember you now. What's his name?
I don't think we asked.
Oh, he didn't give it to us.
That's fine. I don't care.
Oh gosh.
I'm watching you.
We're watching you.
You're good.
Watch
you
us.
can watch each other and watch everything that's going on.
It's gonna be weird. Somebody never introduced himself to us.
Private eyes.
Just watching us.
Watching you.
What's your day job there, bud? After you guys are having this altercational talking, little pissing match going on.
We have.
So how badly are y'all hurt?
Thank you.
Like,
Oh.
if I look over at y'all,
I'm really hurt.
I'm gonna just casually go over and start healing people, and if they object, I'll kill them.
I'm about half health right now.
Me too.
Thank you for the tacos. They were good.
You can sit there and you see, after a few moments, an individual kind of come to the door. He's in full plate armor. Has the sigil of the court of Selena, which is where you guys just left. And he comes in.
49.
All right. What seems to be the well, this is
49.
interesting.
Okay.
That enough?
Oh yeah.
Somebody care to explain what's going on as the individual from the guild? We came in and these individuals were standing over the bodies.
The bodies. One of them's alive.
Sir, this man has been impersonating a police officer.
Excuse moi? I never said impersonating. I said we would leave it to the constables.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me you weren't a constable when you demanded to enter the room.
I
Oh, yeah,
said
that's a good
I
point.
was.
You pretended to be a constable with the constables there.
No, I said I'm part of the guilds. That's why
I don't think you ever
have
said
my
you were
guild
part of the
badge. Don't think you understand how this. How long have you been with the guilds?
You said it was a badge. Cops have badges. What? How are we not supposed to be confused?
Constable.
Kaz, you get 20 back. Like, during this conversation, I'm just like wrapping
Constable is
bandages,
just like
ignoring,
listening to this all
just
go
ignoring
on.
all of them.
Constable, please, the man over there that will not introduce himself to us. He did find us in a state of
Cedric.
attempting.
It's Cedric, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Very memorable Cedric. That's what people say about me.
All right, Frederick.
Cedric.
Constable. They had come in when they heard a scuffle because we were discussing with the guildmaster about payment from a job that we had just completed, and he was attacked by this entity that had possessed the poor assistant over there, and we were attempting to get into the room. That's why the door is bashed in, because we were trying to attempt to get in here to save the guildmaster and find out what was going on. And then the aide stabbed himself in the chest, and whatever
see,
was
when you
possessing
say
him
that,
disappeared.
the constable's face kind of like the whole time he's kind of like nodding along with you. Then you say he stabbed himself. He's just like, you see the one eyebrow kind of raise as you continue talking.
And the whole time I'm telling this story, I'm also doing it as a theatrical performance. I'm like mimicking the battering ram going into the door. We then had to face off against these two like evil-looking gaseous creatures that were poisoning us. That's why my friend over here is healing us right now, and we needed to heal the guildmaster because poor guy. Whatever is on the weapon over there, it afflicted him with this disease that was not allowing us to heal him. So we had to do some wonky magic to get him back. And
We
so,
raise him from the dead.
yes.
I say it like that too.
The constable is kind of looking at you.
And that's the story.
His face, his demeanor kind of goes back to his stoic-looking face. As Cedric. It just seems a little wonky if you ask me. I think they broke the door down, killed the guildmaster and his assistant, probably looking for documents.
You
or
know,
more money.
You know, I did hear, Constable, that when people inject themselves into the investigation like that, it can be a sign that they're the ones that committed the crime.
Yeah,
Serial killers do it a lot.
Oh, yeah, I did it. Okay, that's why
See?
me and my compatriots here
Did you hear that? A
came up
confession.
and saw you. I have multiple witnesses, even witnesses downstairs, that can prove where I was during the time of this crime. So now you explain to me, good sir, how is it possible that I came up here and killed these individuals as well as showed up afterwards?
Cicely, why?
Because you knew where the crime scene
Cedric.
was.
Cedric.
Oh, sorry, Cedric. Why are you incriminating yourself?
You gotta be quiet, man.
Just
While this is all going on, I need you to go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay.
Or not performance, persuasion check to the constable.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Nice.
So that
Okay.
puts it at
The constable kind of looks at you for a minute.
Also sincere.
Very well.
Thank you for the food, by the way, sir.
Do you have a place that you're staying at?
Yes, but you don't want to.
No, we just arrived. We actually just left the castle. We had spoken with the king and
Officials.
queen there in regards to supporting them as well. So we just arrived.
Very well.
You got an inn to recommend, maybe?
I do. But I will say we do need to investigate and make sure that your claims are accurate. Although gaseous creatures and
Living
possessions,
spell, sir.
as well as killing oneself, is quite out of the norm if you do understand what I'm saying. But should be easily verified now that the guildmaster looks like he's on his way to recovery. And a few tests here and there, we should be able to corroborate your side. Shouldn't take more than a day.
Okay. Well, what was the inn that you would recommend for us to stay?
Excuse you, don't stick your nose there.
I thought that was Cedric talking.
If anybody wants some of that,
Random
yeah, I did. There's brownies in there.
Right.
Want some of that wild turkey American honey? You can have.
Spicy pickles.
It also, I do got margaritas down there, as well as the monster drink, alcoholic ones. So you guys are more than welcome to. Let's see. Random inns. I love that. Maybe if the internet works. Get out of there!
I love that Taco Bell sauce. I buy that myself. It's so good. Usually, like the stuff that you buy at the stores is supposed to be from like a restaurant. Not always the same, but that sauce is pretty close. I wish I could find the Verde. I miss that.
Oh, I saw it once and I regret that I didn't buy it because it was sitting next to the fire, which I also haven't seen again.
Verde, it was my favorite at the store at the restaurant, and then they got rid of it for the Diablo, which didn't seem necessary because the fire was already fine. And then now I can't find it at the store either.
He recommends the Rabid Cheetah Inn.
Rabbit Cheetah Inn.
Or you could go to the Painful Oyster Bar, but I wouldn't recommend that.
Oh no.
A lot of sailors there.
So I just wrote this something like, yeah, no, you don't want that.
If you like the song YMCA,
Painful oyster and rabid feline both sound like the same problem.
no, Rabid Cheetah.
Rabid cheetah. Oh, still rabid cheetah.
Yeah, one's afraid of water, one loves water. Okay, one likes to get wet, one doesn't. You're welcome. Did that just for you. You could grab one of the glass ones.
Huh?
You could grab one of the glass cups. That's
Oh, I just saw the coffee cup first. I'm a simple man. I just want it in my body.
No, I'm not gonna make that.
I would have drank it straight from the bottle if I didn't think you guys would judge
So
me.
you see the other knights. They come in. They start taking away the body in the stretcher. They take the guild master. They kind of put him on a stretcher, but not covered the face as he's still breathing. His eyes are open, but he hasn't said anything. He's just been kind of like in a daze as they take him away. After a few moments, the knights start to leave as the head knight kind of gives you a card and says that if there's anything that you need, you can find him at the local chapter, or you can call for him by using the card. It's a one-time.
Why was I expecting a phone number? I thought there was going to be a phone number.
Fucking high magic, man.
Okay, I'll stick it in my pocket.
And you can see that they've picked up the weapon. They kind of have it in a like glass-looking case as they're walking into
You have no food for you.
out. Afterwards, they kind of escort Cedric and his goons out as they will inform the barmaids and whoever else is in charge downstairs that you're not prime suspects, but you guys are still.
Oh, before Cedric leaves, I'm gonna be like, my badge, please.
You see him hand it back over to you.
Thank you.
He turns around and leaves and walks out.
Did we ever get his name?
Cedric.
Oh, that was Frederick.
Cedric!
Who was that?
I remember. The constable left, right?
Yeah, everyone's starting to leave. You guys are
Constable
still.
didn't give us his name either.
I sure hope there's no extremely...
You got his card.
Is there a name on it?
There is.
What's the name?
It's Reginald.
Reginald. Okay.
I sure hope there's no extremely unique, invisible identifiers you could have left on that murder weapon that we don't know about.
I feel like I can talk my way out of it.
No, people pick up a murder weapon all the time. It happens.
Yeah, you gotta secure it. That's all you do. You just secure the weapon.
I tried to stop him from killing himself. Or I tried to stop Ember from killing the aide. Poor guy.
We're gonna run into Fantasy Columbo here in a second.
Elementary, my dear
He's gonna be like,
Watson.
one more thing.
Alright, let me get rid of.
What was his thing that he said? What was Columbo's?
I don't remember. It's been so long. He did have a thing that
Because he kind of like, but what
he'd
I
always
don't
stop at the last
understand.
moment and turn about. But what about?
He's like, but what
He had
I don't
something that he said.
understand, and then that's when you get him.
I just watched that murder mystery with Adam Sandler, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty good compared to most of Adam Sandler's new stuff, so
I don't know. I like the do-over better.
I haven't seen it.
That one's really good. Are you okay?
No, these are so tough.
Oh,
I
just
keep thinking like it's one of them, but no, it's not.
his catchphrase was just one more thing.
Just yeah, there we go. Yeah,
So-
we're gonna.
It always turns to
What would you guys like to do? As everyone is leaving and kind of going down the stairs and...
I'm gonna say we should definitely leave this guild and talk somewhere else. Feels weird being in here. I thought there was an actual card in my pocket.
You have such a vivid imagination. Yeah, we'll go wherever.
are you sure that's what you want to do?
Let's go ahead and go to that inn and get rooms, and
We
then
got
we
paid,
can.
we got our stuff. Was there something else we were going? We only came down here to investigate, or y'all only came down here to investigate the odd noises, right? We were pretty much done.
Yeah. Want to go back to the guild and get? Oh God, would it be rude if we went back to the guild to get 2 more of those earrings?
You are in the guildmaster's room.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna search.
Are there other people in here? Are they done?
Everyone's kind of walking out. So if you wanted to do a cursory like walk through, look, and then kind of make sure everyone leaves, and
Someone
then do a
watch the
thorough
door,
one.
yeah.
I mean,
I'll go
it's
be
up to you guys.
I'll go be lookout.
Okay. Who's gonna search?
I'll help somebody if they want to be. If they want to, or I can investigate either one.
I could do it.
Couldn't find a snake if it were biting me.
I'm only mediocre at that.
Are you helping?
Yeah, but I'll guide your eyes.
Holy shit! Damn.
Nat 20.
Need guidance? I cast guidance. Come on. You're gonna roll one.
Okay.
We're at 20 tonight, so
With a nat 20, you do. As you're kind of like doing a cursory glance, a couple things catch your eye. On the bookshelf, there's a book that doesn't look like it belongs. On the drawers of the guildmaster's desk, there looks like there's too much space and not enough drawers for the amount of drawers that he does have. And you also notice that there is a fireplace that's in the back that doesn't look like it should be there, based on the layout of the room with your natural 20. That's what you have found.
Okay. I'm gonna Cass has a look. Are they pretty much cleared out of the hallway?
Yeah, looks pretty good.
As he
Stay.
says that, not even doing any check or anything. Okay, cool.
Alright.
he's
It's good.
confident.
He's confident. I like it. He's bold.
I'm gonna say, Vaughn, will you grab and
Starting to,
I'll
like,
point to
doze
the
off.
book on the desk or on the
He's just kind of like
bookshelf?
leaning up against the wall.
Will you grab that book?
Oh yeah. Go over and grab it.
As you grab the book, you hear a click as it doesn't pull all the way out. And
It's stuck. Sorry.
And you can see.
Bond gets both feet up.
You see the bookshelf kind of pull with him and pull like a door.
Door.
Is it like a whole another a big door or just like a small door?
It's the size of a bookshelf.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
say
the room itself, that when he opens it, you can see on the inside is probably no bigger than a medium-sized closet.
okay. I'm gonna ask Silas. Silas, can you check the desk and
Sure.
let him know that it
I'll
looks
go
like
examine said desk.
there might be a false bottom, and while he's doing that, I'll check the fireplace,
Okay.
but not fireplace.
Then not fireplace.
Now there's fire in the fireplace.
Yes.
As you're checking the desk, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh, that's for I'll go ahead and guide my sight. See what's here. 26.
26. You're able to find what looks to be like a little button or something underneath the center part of the desk where like a drawer would pull out. There's a little button there.
Okay. I will examine it, make sure it's not trapped.
Okay.
Send an alarm off. Anything else? Much higher number. 21 plus
Yeah, it
10
doesn't
is
seem
31.
It doesn't seem like there's an alarm.
Okay. Then I will push it.
Alright, as you push it, one of the drawers on the very bottom that doesn't even have a handle just pops out.
Okay. Pull it open.
As you pull it open, inside is a bunch of books as well as some loose leaf papers.
Start going through them carefully and
Okay.
seeing what the gist of them are in a few moments.
Yeah, so as you're kind of going through, the books themselves look like contracts and payouts, as well as like supplies, in and out type stuff. It looks, for the most part, very legit on the cursory glance.
None of it's written in like curious code or anything that might look suspicious.
At least not the first book.
Okay, I keep
Yep.
going through.
Okay.
I'm just looking for any, like it's a cursory glance, but it's like leaf through, just looking for anything that looks suspect.
Yeah.
You like to start using code names, mentions any of the names that we have in our list of bad guys that could potentially be that kind of thing. But yeah, there's a lot of that stuff they wouldn't want to be public, so
Yeah.
I would assume there would be some.
While he's doing that, Kaz is gonna do his job, and he's gonna actually like peek down the hallway just to see if there's anybody left in the hallway.
So you don't see anybody down the hallway. And last you heard them going around the corner and walking down towards the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of walk down towards the end of the hallway because if I walk down towards the end of the hallway, I still have like a sight line on the room. So I'm gonna
Really down.
walk down towards the corner and kind of like peek around the corner and see if there's anybody lingering around there, and if not, then I'll walk back down to the door.
Okay. While this is all going on, Pele, go ahead and make your perception of the fireplace.
Alright, let's see if I can get a turkey. Nope.
Good bowling lingo though, nice.
10.
10. As you're looking around in the fireplace, you notice that it hasn't ever been used.
Except for now. You already made the joke. This is because I'm on fire.
You can't really see anything though that would cause why this is here.
Is there a flue?
No.
No? It's just closed?
Mhm.
Can I like push on the back?
Mhm.
Nothing?
How do you want to push in the back?
Just kind of like feel around, see if I can feel anything, and while I'm feeling around, give it like a push here and there.
Okay. As you're kind of feeling around and kind of like pushing it as you're going down and around, it takes you a few minutes before you do find a brick that is kind of loose.
I'll try and pull it out.
Okay. And go ahead and you have thieves' tools or anything to kind of like pry it.
Nope. Nope, this is not my job.
Is the dog drinking on the toilet?
Yeah, you got a crowbar?
Brazil!
Yeah, I do.
Oh, perfect!
It's fresh.
It's for carpentry reasons, but this will be fine.
What?
It's for carpentry reasons.
What'd you give her?
A crowbar.
Oh,
Good soup.
I'm afraid of your carpentry.
I'll take the crowbar to it
Okay.
and pry it out.
Okay. It takes you a few moments before you finally get it pulled out. As you do, you find in the back a very large satchel.
And here's the satchel.
Okay. As you grab the satchel, you can feel that it is filled heavily with coins.
Should we steal his money?
Are you saying this out loud?
Uh-huh.
Well, are we stealing his money or are we stealing the guild's money? Is this going to pay other adventurers off?
Right.
I mean, it's a dangerous life.
You're gonna open
Maybe
it?
a
I'm gonna
tax.
open it as you look inside. It is filled with platinum pieces.
Well, attacks never hurt anyone though.
You're so much.
Pele has like a little Silas and a little Kaz on her shoulder.
I'm trying to figure out which was the battle.
Right, me too.
Honestly, it depends. It depends on how much Kaz likes the person that we're stealing from. So far, this guy's okay, so she'd probably say leave
We
it
saved
alone.
his life. So
He ended up in a bad situation.
I'm gonna open my haversack and just scoop something.
It's just the tie. That's all this is.
Try to close. If there's nothing else in that little crevice, I'll put the bag back and close it.
You get 62 platinum pieces.
Okay.
Silas, as you start to peruse through the second book, I'm assuming you're kind of going quickly as...
Yeah, I'm a quick read.
That one starts out looking normal. Then about halfway through, it starts to change. You can start to see a little bit of thieves' cant start to show up here and there. Some of the numbers don't look like they add up 100% correctly.
Is the handwriting the same? Like this is the same person, but things start shifting?
Yeah. As you finish with that book and you start to look at some of the loose paper that is in the drawer, you do find a couple of letterheads looking, documents that look like they're from the castle. Not super important, but just some documents about rules and new restrictions to the guild. The last thing that you find is an old looking envelope. It's kind of tattered, probably been there for a little over a year, from what you can tell. It's kind of crinkled. It looks like it's been read hundreds of times.
But it's already been opened?
Mm-hmm. As you kind of like pull the letter out and kind of open it, on the very top of the letter, you can see what looks to be like a flaming looking symbol on the top part. As you go to read it, you realize you don't have the language readily available. So if you'd like to cast comprehend languages,
Yeah,
you're more
I
than
cast
welcome to.
comprehend languages, yeah.
Okay.
I got 5 left.
As you
I
cast
used any
comprehend
first.
languages,
I got plenty first.
you understand that it is written in primordial.
Primordial.
Yep.
Okay.
And it is a letter from a priest from a temple. And she is requesting that the guildmaster deal with a individual. As it continues to go in further, you realize it is about Pele.
Is the deal sound like deal with? Or.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As in, yeah. Basically outlines an area that she is to be sent to, along with any of her friends, and there she'll meet an unfortunate accident, and the guild won't be held responsible, but they'll be paid handsomely.
Okay.
Take the rest of his money.
Do you share this
Not his
information?
I just finished reading it and I went, Pele, I believe this was for you.
Bond,
I
you're
started-
looking in this
I'm,
closet.
she's on fire. I assume she can read primordial.
As you are
Looked like
looking
you were
inside there, you
to
do
be
find
acquisition
a
on your
small
little journey
chest.
to the north.
Probably the size of a footlocker that's in there. There's a couple of like paintings and stuff that are on the wall. They look expensive, but not overly expensive. As you open up the chest, if you decide to,
Yeah, give it a little kick first and then open it.
a mimic attacks you. No. As you open the chest, Inside there you can see what looks to be like a bunch of different earrings that are in there, as well as a couple of jewel crusted looking earrings, as well as more badges. Looks like this is where they keep their stock.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and put one of the jeweled earrings on and grab some of the other ones and go to show everybody.
Okay.
Any that match ours?
I'm assuming that's what we'll find out, I guess. Probably.
Yeah, they all look very similar except for the jeweled ones.
When he hands me that letter and I'm going through it,
Mm-hmm.
is the location Sidian?
It's in that general direction, yeah. It doesn't say specifically Sidan, but it says to send her on a quest to a city where miracles have been happening. And there's also an attached flyer inside the envelope.
Does it match the one they had before? That the group had before?
Does it?
You can go ahead and do a history check, because you don't have the actual letter, the flyer anymore.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, did you guys have it? I thought
Yeah,
you-
Yeah, that
it
was
was
one-
in the haversack.
that's like the one
we
that
just
only
couldn't. We
thing
just
that-
couldn't remember what it said exactly.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, as you unfold it and look at it,
Same.
it looks very, very similar.
Okay.
Did the priests identify themselves in it?
Just that she is the head of the temple.
What temple did they?
Temple
Temple.
of
Is there more information than
Temple of Cthulhu.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the crowbar and wham right into that brick and take the satchel.
Okay. Alright. Give me 1 second.
Finally, the crowbar is useful.
Look at I made Pele in Final Fantasy
Nice,
as best as I could.
nice.
So I'm gonna play as a dancer too.
Are you playing 14?
I just started playing it again last night. Yeah.
I just started recently for the first time seriously playing.
Okay.
I played when Realm Reborn started, and I played before it.
I played up to Havensboard and got to the point of where God, what was the one after that? Stormsplit was about to come out, and then stopped playing. And then my brother was like on the phone with me last night, and he's like, "Hey, so I really think I'm gonna start playing Final Fantasy 14." And I was like, "I'll play that with you." He wanted me to play League of Legends, and I said no. And so we were up until 2 a.m. playing it.
Nice. Yeah, that happened to me too.
Yeah, I was up late playing Overwatch.
Those
I haven't
stories
played
keep
stay
you
up that
from
late.
having any temptation, because I would suck anyway.
But I just kept. I'm like, once I lose, I'll go to bed. But I just kept. I had a good night last night. I kept winning.
I was like, I'm gonna get to level 20 and I'll go to bed. And then I was like, oh, I'm so close to 21. I was like, I'll just get 21. And then I was so close to 22, and I was like, no, I'm literally like dead on arrival right now. I was like, I need to go to bed.
I was about to be like, you guys ate all the taco stuff?
Yeah.
Holy crap, man.
He who hesitates is lost.
Eat quickly or you will not get any.
I had 3 older, bigger brothers than me.
Yeah.
I was the older brother.
I was the
I
oldest.
had to eat quickly to make sure that they didn't get it.
I was in a household where my mother had to say, "That is enough. Let your brother have some." Thanks, Mom. I'm so tiny.
Me and Anthony ate completely opposite meals. Our parents would like go to Burger King for me and go to McDonald's for Anthony. We were spoiled rotten brats.
My parents would never have done that.
My mother looked and like, if you didn't want to eat what she made, that's fine. You could go fix whatever you wanted to, but you cleaned everything, including your own plate. She says, I only deal with the family stuff.
My
If you want
mom.
to make some eggs and grits and eat that instead of eating this, but my mother knew how to cook. So
Hey, pineapple is a fun food to eat because it's the food that eats you back.
Yeah. Super acidic.
oh, amazing.
My mom would like make different meals for me and my brother. Like she just catered to us, and then
Oh.
my dad.
Can't imagine my mother doing that.
My dad, like, we didn't talk for like a few years, so now anytime I see him, he just does whatever I want. So I'm like, I'm just a princess over here.
I had to learn to operate the grill in self-defense because my dad, oh God, could not cook on the grill.
Dude.
And that was his job. He could cook breakfast. He could cook a breakfast meal. So he was okay, you know, bacon and eggs and grits and all that fun stuff he could do. But he would burn everything on the grill. I'm just like, I can't eat black, crunchy hamburgers anymore.
Like my grandma.
I'm 8 years old up there with the grill flipping. You go back inside. You
my-
like the grill. You go back inside. I got this.
My grandma and my grandpa, they were the same way. Like my grandma, lunch and dinner, like she was the best. I didn't want to eat anything else anybody ever made except for her stuff. My grandpa, he cooked that stuff. Ooh, like my grandma was in the home and he had to make us lunch or whatever because I lived with him when I was little. Not good, but breakfast, he was the best.
Oh,
everything you like,
pancakes.
pancakes, anything you can ever imagine for breakfast.
And he could fry like fish, like if chicken, fish, if it was out, because we cooked all that stuff outside on the fryer, cast iron. My dad could cook all of it. His fish were delicious, shrimp were fantastic. But I'm going like, why can't you operate a grill? It's right.
He used to make the one thing he did make that wasn't really like a breakfast food. He used to make fried squash. That was so good. I fucking love fried squash because of that.
I will say I've been blessed. My dad can cook, and my mom can cook. So
I always thought my mother was like a good old Southern cook, and I found out she didn't learn to cook until she was 18 or 19 after she was married, and she learned from my grandmother who lived up north. So while she was staying with my grandmother up north, I actually learned how to cook like northern traditional foods like spaghettis and lasagnas and all this stuff. And then when she came back down to the south, she learned how to cook southern food. I was like, didn't you cook this? She said, no, I was the oldest girl in the house with a father who abandoned their family. She chopped wood, killed the chickens, take care of the farm, while her younger sisters did the cooking in the house. So my other aunt can cook everything southern.
Yeah, I didn't know how to cook. I learned how to bake. I feel like a very accomplished baker, but when I moved out here on my own, and the food here in South Carolina, in my opinion, is very bland compared to like the food that I would get out and about in Arizona. So I was like, I don't want to waste.
Compared to Arizona,
I mean, it
it's
depends
pretty-
on where
it's
you
prob-
go.
pretty
It's
bland.
I said my opinion.
It is
I
probably
said
pretty
my
bland.
opinion.
I just think
I know, it's
where
just-
you
So
go.
I decided to
lots of
teach
other
myself to
things.
cook. And I was like,
I will never have rye bread as good as New York rye bread. I don't care. There's something in
Yeah?
the water. I don't know what the hell it is.
What
I've
is
never
it?
had rye bread down here that even touches it. And half the desserts just down here. I mean, a southern dessert is, banana pudding, but baking a cake, I'm like, all the northern cakes I have are so much better.
The New York City water is actually different. They prove that with their pizzas. So I imagine.
Yeah, there is
carry
something
over
about,
other
well,
breads.
this is all upstate Albany, New York. Was where
I'll tell you the best
my
hot
dad's side of
dog
the family came from.
I've ever had in my life was from a cart on the side of the street in New York City. I've never had a better hot dog than that, and I could have died that day. I swear to God, I would have died happy. That was the best hot dog.
I'm imagining you dead with a hot dog in your mouth.
No, it would.
That's
he
how I'm
would've
gonna go
finished-
out.
It was the absence of the hot dog that would kill him. Eating the hot dog, there would be no hot dog.
Seriously,
It would just have
best hot dog
It's
ever.
another 460 platinum.
Oh shit.
Ooh, heard that.
cuckoos.
Okay, so
I almost forgot I took it.
did I see anybody else at the end of the hallway there?
As you walk down to the end of the hallway, you do see kind of guards. They kind of escorted everyone. Two guards stayed at the top, and now are starting to turn around and come back up.
Yes.
the stairs.
Okay,
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
stay here.
immediately start heading back. I'm gonna whisper using the earring to Pele, and tell her that
I don't have the ring.
you didn't put it on. I thought we all put it
I
on.
just had a handful of them.
No, you had your own.
No. I gave everybody, except I think me and Swage didn't take them because we have the ability to.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna whisper to whoever has an earring on it. It doesn't matter.
Huh.
That the
does.
guards are coming back.
The guards are coming back. Let's pack up.
Let's go.
I start going and go out
Do
the
you
window.
guys trying to put stuff back, or you guys just want
I am taking these books because they need further study.
I'll put the book on the bookshelf to close the bookshelf.
Okay.
And then I will go over behind Pele and whip a little mending on the crowbar mark. So it doesn't look like a crowbar was used on this brick recently.
Okay.
I'll attempt to close the bookshelf to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
Once I get back to you guys, do you tell me like what you found in your note and stuff? And...
I'll say like
On our
let's
way
get
out.
to the end. Let's get to the end and we'll chat about everything.
But yeah.
Did you guys come out? One of the guards. You guys weren't.
You guys left us there.
Yeah.
So we
didn't
didn't
know if
know
we
if
were allowed
there
to
was-
leave or anything.
We're just
So-
cleaning up the mess, you know?
Yeah, we wanted to come and see if there was anyone that could tell us we could go.
Oh yeah. You're free to go.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks.
And you are?
John the guard.
John the
John
guard.
the
Write that down,
guard.
someone.
Writing
Yes,
it
we'll
down.
question them later.
and just so you know,
Give
like
us permission to leave.
it may not be super great that they know that you let us back here by ourselves. So
Or you left us there.
yeah,
like,
you guys
unattended.
just left us there.
that's not
We
a good
didn't-
look.
We didn't leave you.
You were on duty. Like,
You are the guard.
Oh,
It's okay. We're not gonna say anything.
we won't say
We're not
anything.
gonna
I'm
say
just telling you, you shouldn't either, because I don't want you to get in trouble. I like you.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
We're free. We're
No,
free.
you're free to go. Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day, John.
Just don't leave the city.
See you, buddy.
No, we're not buddies. As soon as you guys start
I'm
walking
a
down the
buddy.
stairs.
I'm a buddy. Bye, pal.
What's going on?
Tell your mom
Ride
I hope
the-
her legs get better.
Can't blind with words. You baffled bullshit.
Okay. Make our way to the
Which one?
rabbit cheetah.
The rabbit cheetah. Okay.
I couldn't remember if it was sleeping lion, hidden tiger.
All right. As you all leave the guild, you find.
We still have our map.
Yep,
Hey.
The map. The map.
you find the.
Do you still have that card he gave you?
Yeah, I put it in my pocket. Take it out of my pocket.
Go up your sack and put it in extra mental space. Take a spray on that. After I put it in the extra mental space. Take a
The
spray on
inn
it.
is
Okay.
part of the Copper House district.
Okay. And we were in.
You guys were in, I believe, 8, but
Yes, we were in 8.
Okay.
You guys head over to the Copper House
Yeah.
area. It's mostly just a bunch of taverns, as well as some shops, dining room, like food stalls, as well as some restaurants. You do find the rabbit cheetah. It doesn't look super busy, but it is kind of early in the evening.
Okay. Make our way inside.
Oh yeah, as you guys come in, the owner is, of course, a cheetah.
Don't let her bite you.
I think that's just Shasta.
As you guys come in, there is a hostess that is standing by. Is an elven woman. Do you have a reservation for a meal, or are you looking for a room, or
We were looking for both.
both?
Yes.
Oh well, we're not super busy. If you would like, give me one moment. And she kind of like clears off a table real quick, and has you guys all sit down there.
Does this place look really posh?
It looks. It's not a dive bar.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks semi-hospital.
Nice.
Like ruffians are in there.
So like O'Charlie's level, or like a little nicer than.
Yeah, a little bit nicer than a
So like Olive Garden out back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Olive Garden
That's
style.
too funny.
Yeah.
I forgot from last session. Did we contact Estevador at all?
Swage
Swage
was
was
going
gonna
to,
send
yeah.
it.
Okay.
We'll message Adam to message you, Chris, about him doing it this session.
Okay.
With him being out, so we can skip along that to prepare for next session.
By the way, Bond. He's talking to the Bond.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or the bond? Sorry.
But
Okay, once we're seated, does anybody like come up to us to ask order, give the order, and give the...
Well, first, an individual comes by and hands you a menu.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
There's
As you have a napkin that's rolled up with silverware in there placed next to your side, as well as a big plate and a little plate, as well as a bowl. You do get 2 glasses that are, one is flipped upside down and one is flipped up. After that, that individual scurries off.
I'm gonna loudly unwrap my silverware onto the table like a little kid.
After a few moments, the gnome comes back, takes the napkin away from you, as well as the silverware, and puts a brand new one on the table. Looks at you.
I'm gonna tell
Doesn't
him.
say anything, just looks at you.
I'm gonna look back at him and say, "You showing me that you're gonna come back every time I do that is a bad idea."
I'm gonna take your roll, undo it, set your scene, and I'm gonna lay it in your lap like you're a child. I swear to God.
The gnome looks at you, takes the fucking napkin, takes the silverware, and lays another one out, and looks at you now.
There's rules about the napkins?
I've taken my salad fork and my dinner fork, and I'm trying to do that and balance them on the glass thing.
I'm gonna
No.
I'm gonna take the one he just set back on the table and slide it into my pocket.
I'm just not gonna touch the roll. I'm just gonna eat with my hands.
He looks at you all. Rose his hands up and just walks away. Doesn't say anything. Hasn't said a word. Just walks away.
I put him back on the
You're
table.
the people who handle your food.
There's rules on the napkin.
Yes, there's rules on everything in life. Some are very strict.
It's not like I went up to like a stranger's table and did that. This is my silverware.
No, it's not.
After a few
But I'm
more
not going to get into that. You do what you want to.
After a few more moments, you see a cheetah individual kind of walk up towards the group. He's wearing an odd-looking belt. As the belt is being worn, it kind of like protrudes through his nice suit that he's wearing. It's very ostentatious compared to the nice suit that he has
He's got
on.
a magic cummerbund.
As he's standing there, he has this almost like refined, shaven-looking beard, as well as a very elongated handlebar mustache. As he walks up to the table, hands kind of in front of him. Good day. I am Rabbit Cheetah, and I appreciate you all for coming to my humble establishment. As such, I would be amiss if I did not offer my best service. As he chaps his hands together, 3 more gnomes come out of the room. One of them carrying a plate that has assortment of like finger foods. As it gets put on the table, the other side, another individual has another plate that has a bunch of rolls in a basket, as well as a loaf of bread and what looks to be like some oil with seasoning in it. As they lay that on the table, the other individual kind of gets to the end and he waits for the other 2 to finish dropping their plates off.
It's Carabas.
As they begin to take the napkin and silverware, and they actually unroll everything, put it on the plate the way it's supposed to, as well as then tuck the handkerchief napkin into your collar. After a few more moments, they get done and they disperse. Now, what would you all like to eat?
What's the chef special?
The chef's special today is crab Caesar salad, as well as a very nice brioche to go alongside.
I'm fine with that.
Perfect. Would you like the Caesar dressing, or do you want maybe a little bit something else?
Do you have anything spicier?
We do have a spicy crab oil sauce that we can put over top.
That'd be fine.
Excellent. For you, sir.
Same. Extra carrots.
Extra carrots.
Yeah.
He's like,
Making my own joke.
he's like,
Yeah.
you remind me of.
I'm trying to see if they'll take me seriously.
It reminds me of in Dumb and Dumber when they're trying to get him to eat the burger and they start like giggling at it. Like, go ahead, eat it.
He sits there and he's like, very well. Mano?
What do you have? Go one that doesn't have any seafood. Or shellfish.
Do you still carry the fire roasted rabbit?
We do have the fire roasted rabbit, as well as the brazen lamb, which, in my opinion, is probably the most juiciest meat.
An entire lamb?
Well, a whole corner.
I'm gonna look at Bond. I'm gonna look back at him. I'll do the lamb.
Very well.
Oh, I'm already going off on you and Elvis, just assuming you speak it. He's like, what? Are you trying much patience over here?
It's a rabbit. I mean, you're not rabbit. You're bunny. Completely different species.
Actually, Haragon, not a whole lot of meat on them.
No.
You, sir?
Can I eat the rabbit, Bond?
Yeah,
I don't think.
it's fine.
I'll get how large are these servings of the lamb?
About yay big, yay big. Have you ever seen One Piece, the meat that Luffy eats
Okay,
on the
yeah.
stick? Yeah, it's like that.
Flintstones.
Okay, yeah, I'll get one of those.
Okay.
I don't want to eat my friend's brethren.
It could be.
They're not sentient. They're rabbits.
We don't know that. This Bailey and Kaz over here just starts to get remorseful.
And did you all want rooms for the evening, or is this as well?
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
As well as drinks.
Yes.
What would you like to drink?
You got any house brews that you guys make?
Well, we do have the spicy cinnamon ale, as well as a very nice ginger fireweed.
Take that one.
Okay.
I'll take whatever you have that's the strongest.
Ooh, the strongest. Very well. We call it the gobsmacker.
I like that.
You
Oh,
sir?
yeah, the cinnamon ale will do it.
Cinnamon ale.
Just
Second
house
city
by
we've
line.
been in with
Sometimes you
Fireball.
prepare.
Do you want them to be elvenberry or just regular?
Oh,
berry?
very
Very well. After a few moments, he leaves. The elven woman comes back and she brings your drinks, as well as room keys.
So while we're waiting for food,
I want to, but while she's dropping those keys off real quick, I want to make sure to ask if they're all right next to each other.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure we're close by.
And Issei and Swank will share a room.
Okay.
So that'll be 5. That's what you get for not being here, motherfuckers.
they probably don't mind.
Sure.
No, so
It's like they got to share a room like in plane, trains, and automobiles.
Yep.
One's on top of the covers, one's under the
You
covers.
guys can tell them it was 25 gold.
But it was really 2.
I don't know all that platinum.
They don't know about the platinum.
They don't know about it. So I'll share the letter.
I'll look around, make sure there's no one close enough to us to overhear any of this.
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's servers that kind of go by, but they're not paying you any attention. They're busy
Okay. I just keep an eye on it.
doing their job.
I'll share the letter saying that but as I'm talking about it, I'm not reading exactly what's in it. I'm just like, so it looks like my family back home had something to do with sending us up north to our untimely demise. And our buddy that we just brought back to life was paid to do it.
Why are you looking at me?
He's like, how
I
dare
fucking
you?
had anything to do with that.
Because, listen,
too late to
I like to
discover
look at
everybody?
whoever's talking.
She's
And she finished. She was done. That was the end of her.
Oh, I know, there could have been more.
Was there more?
There could have been.
more.
I
No,
was
no, no.
taking a pause to see if anyone wanted to chime in.
Was there? See, that's what got me was the pause.
Yes, there's more to
Okay,
it, but I
the
was
pause
paused to
got
see if
me.
anybody was-
Looking at me
The
like
pause-
I fucking did it.
No, I wasn't watching you the whole time. Now I'm gonna.
I'm sure I did.
Now I'm gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here like this the whole time.
Oh my god. Well, if nobody wants to fill the pause, I'll continue. So,
It's like, well,
Look at her. Look at her.
this is the family that was planning to sacrifice you anyways, right?
right.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna.
Not a big step forward.
yeah, yes.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, we're in the same boat. We have more information, which is great. It makes a little bit more sense on why we got sent there now. It's not some mysterious benefactor that wanted to kill us. It's people that wanted me dead. So now what I would like to do is, one, I wanted us to get these rooms so we have a place to stay for tonight. Two, I want to go and speak to Bahamut at his temple and let him know that he has a child now. And
I would assume he is one.
Ask for child support payments.
yes. So
Hell no, motherfucker.
So-
I don't even know if that's my baby. Did we get a DNA test?
well, he looks like you.
I mean, we need to go on Murray. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Because Jerry dead.
Jerry's dead. R.I.P. So Silas, I'm sure that you want to go and
Those were good. Thank you.
Excellent. Congratulations.
meet some old friends, foes. So
We'll see. Depends on who I run across in the street.
I want to go meet the guildmaster again. I'm gonna pull the badge out from the guild, and I'm gonna. What's it made out of? It's like metal.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna.
gold with,
Okay, I'm gonna crush
I
it.
keep making a mistake.
It's gold. Yeah, it's soft. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna and then dump it on the
Go.
table, and tell Pele that I'm gonna go talk to the guildmaster again.
What are you gonna talk to him about?
I'm gonna
To what end?
make him need another revivify spell.
Let's get this resolved before we start killing people again.
I feel your anger. That's why I took all the money, and we could have let him die. But honestly, we brought him back not for his sake, but for our sake, so we wouldn't get in trouble. And we can go and talk to him.
As you guys
But-
are talking, by the way, plates start showing up of food.
We can go and talk to him and tell him that we don't want to be part of his guild. Or we can also just ask him for more information on this letter.
What difference is any of that? He wasn't doing anything personal. I mean, yes, y'all take it personally, but he didn't have a hate on for any of y'all in particular.
I mean, I have a pretty simple rule.
He was doing a
If
job.
people
He was fit to do
if
a job.
people leave me alone, I leave them alone.
Yes.
If they don't, then I don't. He didn't leave us alone.
But he
Yeah,
did
well,
afterwards.
He didn't leave Pele alone.
He
But
paid us.
we have no idea what he was gonna do.
And I think we should talk to him.
Everyone, go ahead and make a perception check.
19.
Okay.
14. Freaking bonus. 22.
24.
All right. Everybody except for Bond notices
Not an unusual sentence when it comes to
notices an elderly-looking man sitting at the table now, kind of listening. He looks a little drunk. He
Is
does.
it Wizard Fist?
He does have a white beard as well as a very beautifully blue robe that he's wearing as he sits there. You see, what I think the problem is that you don't like the fact that he played you. That's what I think.
Yeah. What? Who are you?
Ah, it's me, Wizard Fist.
Oh my god.
A
You
coincidence
hunters.
meeting you all here.
He haunts us like syphilis.
There's a C word that I would describe for you meeting us here, but it's not coincidence.
Cautious. I know.
Cursed.
I completely agree
Cursed.
with you. You
I'm
should
gonna
always
take my
be
drink
cautious.
closer to me.
Don't let him near your drink.
Don't let him near your food. He's gonna eat it.
My order is gonna fist you.
Those aren't the things.
As he does look very inebriated.
Man.
So-
Wizard and Fist, what do you want? Why are you here?
I was just listening to the story. It seemed like a very interesting story. You got love, you got betrayal, you got more betrayal, you got
Or is
death.
there love in this story?
Well, I'm assuming that a mommy and a daddy.
No, there's
maybe
not always love involved.
There's
in
love. You would think so. Okay? Right? And then you have the betrayal. Then you have the death. Then betrayal. And here we are. It's a very interesting story. You think I could write a book about it?
No book.
No.
I'm
But anyways, back to what you were saying, fellow. Okay? I think you're just upset that you got played and didn't know you got played until just now. Which, rightfully so, I think your right to be pissed is completely valid.
I don't care that he tricked us. I've been tricked before and haven't wanted to kill the person who tricked me. He tried to kill us. I don't care if he was hired to do it. He still tried to do it.
Well, he was paid to do it.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Do you not get paid to kill things?
We do, but we decided
Okay.
before.
And then
if we
when
wanna
you kill
or
them,
not.
you get paid for it, right?
I've never been paid to kill a sentient being and actually carried out the mission to kill a sentient being.
Really? You've never killed a beast that actually...
No. That's not what I said.
Could actually
That's
think?
not what I said.
That's a sentient
That's
being.
not what I said. I said I've never been paid to kill one. There's a difference.
You've never been paid to kill one.
Not a sentient being.
Surprisingly, we don't get paid for a lot.
Yeah, we just stumble upon it.
I'll just kill things for free.
That's probably even worse!
Actually, no. I'd rather kill somebody just
Makes it
because
less
I want to
personal.
kill them, opposed to somebody paying me to kill
I
them.
mean, but then where's your
Yeah.
moral and ethical obligation at that point?
Because then we decide if they
Right,
ever
so
die.
you're using your own morality as the sense of justice.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary, because what happens if eventually you just deem that everyone should die?
Well, then I guess
yeah,
we're
I guess
gonna-
everyone better
that's a
watch
straw
out.
man argument.
That's a
That's
slippery.
a
That's a
straw man
slippery
argument.
slope argument.
I mean, you're talking about...
I mean, if that's the
So,
case, then what's to stop the law from constantly outlawing everything until everything's legal?
rules.
Then
That's why
rules,
we have contracts. That's why we have deals.
rules,
that's why we
rules
have
are just as
all
fake
these
as
things.
morals.
The man who pushed out on his own and discovered his own form of magic is worried about rules.
Oh, I didn't say I was.
Oh, okay.
I'm just sitting here saying that it's a very interesting...
You want to know something,
Conversation.
Silas? I feel like people who play devil's advocate are more annoying than the people who actually take that stance for real.
You're most
Oh, wait.
righteously right.
Do I see Rabbit Cheetah anywhere? That's a funny name.
Yes.
Can I call him over?
Yes. How can I help you?
Excuse me, we don't know this gentleman sitting with us. Could
Oh,
you
that's poppygosh.
Could
They
you
do
remove
know.
him from our table, please?
Let's put it this way: we do know him and don't want him at the table.
Oh, very well. Sir, I'm going to have to ask that you leave these fine guests alone, or I will have to have you removed. What? No! Hey, guys, come on! Like, we're having a good conversation.
Go sleep off your drink.
I haven't had enough to drink, mind you, okay? As he starts to grab Cass's glass.
I immediately grab it away from him.
Oh, that is so rude.
It's rude.
As Cheetah...
Don't argue with him.
As
Just let him
Cheetah,
get pulled
as
away.
Cheetah's like picking him up and starting to usher him away from the table.
They deserve a great tip for that. So, as we were talking about, I I definitely think we should go and talk to him and find out if he has any more information. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, he was hired to just send us to a place that we were either gonna die or we weren't.
That is not what the letter said. The letter specifically mentioned killing us. He wasn't told, hey, send this group here, and he didn't know about it. He knew that we were going there to die.
To find an untimely death, yeah.
He's a cog in the system.
I'm not saying he's not right or wrong.
I'd rather spend the same time
That's
dealing
like
with the
sending
person
the
who
people,
started the leather.
the people that are supposed to go with Darth Vader on a mission. Everyone knows you're probably not coming back alive.
I'm gonna say I don't blame him.
He's just a stepping stone. He's
But
unimportant.
yeah,
Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna kill him.
your anger is directed at the wrong people.
It's
And
directed at. It can be directed at more than one person. I can be angry at many things. I'm a complex being. I shout this in
Sir,
character.
I'm gonna have to ask that you please keep it down.
I sit back down.
Thank you.
Reach over and grab your drink.
Right, we already just dodged trouble.
As
I
you
said I
also,
wouldn't kill him.
as you actually, after a few moments, you start to feel a calming effect starting to go across the room.
It wasn't me.
Was it me? So
I'm like pounding my drink now.
Go ahead and make a con save. As this is a very, very strong freaking drink.
Good. I hope so.
And then you mix 12 liquors together.
18.
18. You are tipsy. That's how strong it is.
Cool.
You have a nice buzz going on. You kind of, that sleepy feeling you had before has come back. And everybody now is kind of like talking, but you only catch like every third or fourth word.
Okay.
So Silas got his goal for today.
No, I think we should actually talk about where we're going next instead of waiting to the last moment. To give ourselves time to think. Not decide tonight, but at least solicit everybody's opinion about what we're going to do next. So we can prepare or know what each feels. I don't know.
So I know what we had kind of talked about earlier, and I still would like to go to the place's name that I cannot say off the top of my head.
The frost, the mountain, or the spellscar?
Mountain.
Any particular reason?
Yes, because
Well done.
they don't have any communication to them up there or over there, and one of the islands disappeared off the coast, and so I feel very strongly that something has appeared there. Kaz brought up that the Goliaths can take care of themselves, and he feels very confident in that.
Against these people?
Fighting.
I mean, are they immune to the fog or able to resist it? I understand
I mean-
kill y'all quite readily.
Not necessarily, but no more than the humans are. But the ones that do survive the fog are more likely to survive whatever else comes after the fog than the humans will. Fighting Goliath in the mountains would be like fighting elves in the forest.
Yeah, but I don't want them to be dismissed or put aside just because you're strong doesn't mean you're not struggling.
I mean, I would like to go there first, but I don't. I think
Say that.
If you think they're strong, I don't disagree.
I do think they're strong. If you like held.
Now imagine saying all this, but you're slurring your words and you're incoherent.
Now I'm tipsy, incoherent. Like I'm tipsy right now. I just drank half of that bottle.
And you're not making any sense.
Do you hear the words coming out of your mouth?
Ain't nobody understand the damn words that come out of your mouth.
If he gets that bad, I return. Lesser respiration, get rid of the poison. I hate sober people
Anger
up that
just
way.
comes
'Cause
back.
That's a dick move.
Now I'm angry
Why
again.
would you do that?
I mean, I personally think.
I
the
think
frost
the
is place
right.
We should go, but
I think the right thing to do is to go and help the humans. if these were like, if this was like a huge fortified castle, then I would say sure, let's go to the Frost. But these are small towns and
Individual
villages.
tribes can be picked off. That's what my concern is.
That's a lot harder than you think.
No, it's every bit as hard as I think it is, but I think the people doing it are capable of such. They've proven they have. So
Well, all these arguments are the same for the other place too.
no.
So
If Ember's involved
where
in this,
don't we want to go?
I don't want to go to the Spellscar.
I agree. Anybody else? Huh?
The spell script does not sound good for all the spells people.
Yeah.
For all the spells people.
While I'd be comfortable, I don't want to be alone.
I shiver a little bit knowing that that's exactly my logic. Same logic as Bond. But the spell people don't want to go to this spell.
No.
So
if
Come here.
if Ember's involved in this, which he is, his goal is to try and destroy our island, and he's getting closer and closer there with each move he makes. So that's another reason why I would like to go to the mountains and go check out this area and try and halt whatever's there.
sure.
What? Why are you looking at me for?
You're finding your words.
I was just seeing if you were gonna say anything.
No, I mean, I said where I think we should go. Kaz would be biased towards the Frost. So if he's not saying the Frost, then we should probably go to the other place.
Or you should, because he doesn't want you to go.
Because
I
because this is also part of Kaz's reasoning. The Goliaths live in the mountains that surround the Frost. Okay, they do go into the Frost, but they don't live in the Frost. The towns themselves are the center of this issue, whereas the Goliath's home is near the issue, but not like smack in the middle of it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think, and like, you know, we don't have to worry too much about travel because we can shorten that travel distance with the help of the Queen. So once we finish up whatever, like once we investigate, finish up whatever we can, over at the mountains where they don't have any communication, then we can quickly go up to the Frost after that.
I still think the Frost is the place to go first.
Do you just think that because of the Goliath needing support?
A, intuition. I can't articulate why. There's just something about this situation that doesn't seem right. B is why. I can see why you're attacking the mountain. I can see why you're cutting off communication. Why are you doing things in the Frost? That's the least likely place someone will go.
That's a good
and
point.
Stop them.
There shouldn't be
Someone
anything
needs
there.
to go and stop them. Whereas I think there's a number of forces
It's
active, including the Queen's own agents and such, that are dealing somewhat with the mountain. And they'll be able to gather us more information.
Like
by
it's-
the time. No one's looking at the Frost.
yeah. There's nothing there. It's just the Frost. It's a
That's my
it's
fear.
like a
What are
wasteland.
they doing? What are they getting away with?
We don't even like. There's not even any reason for the Goliaths to go into the Frost.
So every place they've been doing something has been isolated in a way from prying eyes. That's my only reason. The other is just intuition. There's something about the situation that
I would
Seems off.
argue no, because everything that they've done, they've attacked multiple towns.
out in the middle of nowhere, from what little I understand.
So they attacked Sidan. They attacked the town just south of that
Inward.
that town. Yeah, the mountains right outside of there.
Everything's been on the far border of the empire, hasn't it been?
And then
Yeah.
From my understanding.
Or
during
it
the-
said you don't know anything about Frostbeak or Frostbreak or
Can we get a world map?
yeah.
The map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
But yeah, I mean, that's I
Those
don't
are
know.
pretty good. Those Twizzlers.
Y'all have more history than me. I trust
The
what you
20th
want to do, but
Yeah.
I just
So-
want to bring up the arguments.
So, initially they hit this town. You don't know anything that's really going on in Rhyme, Frostbreak, Pagos Port. You know that right here by the pass in the mountains, they were doing stuff kind of secluded. They did attack Midward from the lakeside. And Reedmount is kind of unknown. Let's see. You
They
kind of
attack-
have a little bit of information of what's going on in, or you already know what's going on in Durham, Durndal,
Durandal?
yeah.
Yeah, so
So
There's
I mean-
reasons to go to Iowa.
So I mean, you know, they've hit not isolated cities, but decently populated cities.
yeah.
From what you can tell, Valdon. Don't know a whole lot about it, or why anyone would want to hit that area, as it's not even in the Selena Empire.
Yeah.
The Frost. I mean, Sedin was up in the frozen area. That was actually when you first met Ember. So, could it be something to do with him? Don't know. Could it be something to do with the overall general plan? Don't know.
How about we do this? Let's table this discussion. I can
Yeah,
talk
that's
to
what-
Bahamut.
I don't think we
And-
needed to make a decision.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get everybody's.
I feel like
opinions.
we each have a really good point on going to either the Frost and Valdoon and not wanting to go to the Spellscar. And
I think Spellcar is falling off our.
yeah, so let me talk to Bahamut and see maybe he can help give us some insight. And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I could try and, or maybe Swage could try and talk to Ember and fool him into information.
I might be able to talk to somebody about the Frost.
Wait, I'm sorry.
He has friends. What?
As he looks at his axe.
I pull,
It was so serious.
I pull out my phone and start like flicking through the.
I have this completely different image. I'm seeing him blowing up, and the one that the frost giant that throws shit for him.
Yeah.
Just going up. And
Oh yeah, I just pull the shield
Are you
out,
up
like
with the
break the
Frost?
shield right in the middle of the restaurant, and the frost giant bends down and scoops me up out of the restaurant, and then I
Ask you a
disappear.
question. Are you up with the frost? And if so, what's going on?
Oh my god. Like, in Megan's mind and Pele's mind, both of us at the same time were like, who's Casno to talk to up there? He doesn't talk to anyone up there anymore.
Kaz is a complex individual. There are things you don't know about him.
He's got layers, damn it. He's got
He already
layers.
said he was complex. Why did you believe him?
He has dreams.
Like an onion.
Layers.
Yeah.
I'm to go wherever y'all want me. So,
Okay.
Mom does
as
not
you
even
said,
remember the name of the town he's in.
Oh god. I mean,
So
I will see you
fine,
to the temple
but
in the morning.
I knew it
we
was
seem to
nice.
find bank as anywhere we go. So just go somewhere and they'll be there.
Oh yes, we're from directions to where we know bad guys are.
If you want to wait until like Monday, like a weekday, we can do that. Okay. All right. Whatever works for you, because I could do next weekend or I could do a weekday. That's what I thought. Okay.
Oh boy.
It's okay. Thank you.
Okay, so what is the easiest way to get
Is
to
that
the
the
frost?
boyfriend?
Yeah, he was wanting to.
How dare he fucking call in the middle of
He was like, "I'm so sorry to
He knows
interrupt
better.
TV," and I was like, "It's okay." And honestly, that whole conversation could have happened through text, and I was like,
I love that.
Oh man.
You just
So
wanna be
how
hearing
hard is it to get
voice.
to the frost
Aw.
cast? You know, about
Okay.
From here,
I mean, do we travel up the river? Do we try to cross the mountains? What?
I mean, from here, going through the river would be the fastest.
Oh, that's enough.
But
I'm so sorry. The queen said that she would teleport us to Rhyme.
yeah, she said she would teleport us. That if she could teleport us all the way to Rhyme, then that would be quicker to go through the mountains.
Is this a place we can take Espador in the carriage? Or is the mountains impossible?
No.
That's what I thought. But still, he has the carriages.
I mean, that's true.
It is
He
unique.
might be able to. You know, we'd have to ask Estafador, but
It all of a sudden flies. It's a flying carriage now. Anybody want this pineapple? I don't think it tastes that great.
Not with that.
you really sold it.
I wasn't getting
You really sold it to me.
If you want to,
I don't think it tastes that
if
great.
you just want to leave it on the counter, Alexa will
Okay.
probably eat it.
Okay.
Anybody want to ask?
I'm sold. Give it to me. Give me that untasty pineapple.
About mine.
And that's a shame. I love mine.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do have some spices you could sprinkle on top of it.
No, it does not. It does not taste. It does not.
See,
taste
I never think
Not
that the
fresh.
fresh pineapple ever tastes good. Like I never buy it at the store. I always just get the canned. The when they fresh cut it like that, it just
I used to love the store I went to.
'Cause it always
cut
sits
and
out
left the
and-
core in there, and I love the core. It's one of my favorite parts of pineapple.
I think I like pineapple that's soaked in the juice of all the other fruits
Of
and
your
those
enemy.
melodies, but not like actual pineapple
I like
itself.
actual pineapple.
I like the fruit soaked in the blood of my enemies as well.
The cherries,
Taste-
especially.
Tastes most refreshing. It quenches thy thirst.
I just like the blood of my enemies.
That's not creepy at all.
You gotta keep it extra warm, or else it congeals too much.
I think your fangs are showing.
My father was a blood technician. I know how to keep your blood.
Did the food ever arrive?
yeah.
Table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, he
Yeah,
said
why-
plates started arriving in the middle of our discussion.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
chowing.
lizard
Okay,
fish
so-
showed up.
I'm chowing down.
We'll quiz the locals and then decide.
Okay. After you guys finish your meal, you guys have your room keys. There is a piece of paper that is on a little slab that is put down. And whenever you're ready, you can pick up the counter. And he turns around and walks away.
I got this, guys.
Table service?
I'll go up and pay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Drop a platinum like it's candy.
You should probably use different ones. Don't circulate those here.
So it's a total of 20 gold.
20 gold?
Yeah, 5 gold each for the meal and the rooms.
I'll give 30 gold. Do like a 50% tip.
Okay.
If I look around, do I see that that one gnome that we were harassing earlier?
Yeah. I mean, he's running around, setting up tables, cleaning off tables. He's like a bus boy.
I'm gonna try to catch his eye and like wave him over to me.
After a few moments, he kind of stops and he kind of like sultry walks over towards you and looks at you.
I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
He sits there and he looks at you and then takes the gold.
What time of
And
day
he
is
turns
it?
around and he walks away.
Yeah, that was my question. What time is?
You're probably looking at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening.
It's way past time.
How far is the temples from where we're at? Looking at the map and everything.
How far is it? It's the largest one. I do remember that.
I wasn't gonna yell at you.
Alright.
It was fair game. I
believe
left
it
it
was
where you
Ivory.
could get to.
What I said?
I'm looking.
Oh. Did we bring that map?
Ivy
Up
Hill,
there?
you said?
Yeah, I think that's where I said that the temples were.
Yeah. There was one.
It's probably 20, 30 minutes away.
I'm going.
Walking.
Yeah, I'll go with Pele.
Okay.
I'll show them the fastest way.
Bond, did you want to stay here or you want to come with?
We should probably stick together.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, he can
I was gonna.
I mean, if you want to stay,
Go to the room and play with my gun.
yeah, that's fine. No. If you
That's not. That's
Emperor's
a
already
news
been
story.
here.
And
We
And
don't want
you've warned me 15 times to not be alone, and he's already showed up here. I will follow,
I think it's a good idea.
but I'm bringing the gun.
Fair enough. You can play with it while I talk to Bahamut. And now.
or you can come with me when I talk to whoever I'm going to talk to. I figure we could split up. It might be a little faster.
Like it.
Okay. As you guys get there, it is later in the evening. Wait. Right. No, I take it back. Sorry. It is late in the evening. Because I remember Swage changed form. And that starts at 6. So you're probably looking closer to 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's an all-nighter.
As you guys make your way down to the Temple District, not a whole lot of people are on the roads as you're walking until you get to the Temple District. As you do, you can see quite a few people are heading to various temples. You can see there's an individual who has a statue out in front of his temple. He's a robed individual, has a short beard, very eye-catching human, where he has his hands out like this, like almost like he's welcoming people. And you can see down at the bottom it says Leander. As you continue to go down, you can see various other temples that are erected. Some of them small, some of them very big. As you get to the biggest one, almost looks like a dragon in and of itself, kind of like domed in the wings. You can definitely tell that is Bahamut. He does have quite a decent sized following. Practitioners going inside. A lot of hood-robed individuals carrying candles or lanterns as they go inside. You can hear bells ringing and hymns being sung.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go in there, guys.
You don't need to go anywhere?
Okay.
Kaz is going to look for any kind of like... What's the word I'm looking for? Non-denominational temple? Because I'm sure, there might be like lesser important gods that people need to worship that don't get a temple, that need a place to worship. Yeah, so he's going to try to find one of those. But he's not necessarily going to tell anybody where he's going, but he's not going to like stop anybody from following or anything. He's just going to like kind of split off.
Why don't you take Bond?
Okay, fine.
Bond's not going anywhere with a particular purpose. That's the two of you
I
together.
like Bond, Kaz.
I trust that Pale Lady is safe inside this
That's a good
we're
combo.
screwed. And I have some friends to go see down the street, and I will
Ever
come back
since
and make sure me and Pele.
since Bond was the first one to run through that portal, there's been like there's a bond there between Bond and Kaz.
There's a bond between Bond.
It doesn't matter that Bond was just the next closest one to the portal. That's all that mattered in that
The
scenario.
decision was not always the decision. Doesn't mean it was a close decision.
Okay.
And I'm going to go down to the Temple of Gond down to the Temple of Agma and say some hellos and talk to people and leave a contribution, probably about 100 gold in the box, and then ask to talk to a senior brother. And I'll just tell Bailey if she just message me when you're ready to go. That way you're not. If you haven't met up with someone else, just message me when you're ready to go, so we're not wandering by ourselves.
Yeah, we all have the earrings now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What's the range on those?
They said pretty far.
Yeah.
Like 500 meters or something like that.
Yeah. So
How long is
I
that
think
in,
pretty much within the
in
city.
units of measures that I can understand?
5 think it's like a mile.
A mile? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just assumed they were spies murmurs.
What is that? 526 feet.
What was the distance on the earrings? Do you remember?
52 feet? Is that what
They
that
were
was?
like 500. It was like 500 feet. It was
Okay.
because the normal message is 120, I think,
Yeah.
or 100. One of those two numbers. And he said it was much further.
A spy's murmur is 1 mile. That's from the Guilds of Ravnica.
Oh, okay.
It's basically the same.
For Kaz, I would say 500 feet is.
I don't know
You
if
could,
that's the
it
way
would take you this long to run that far.
these are. I
Because
remember
that would
him
be
saying
terms I think
meters
you
when he
probably
said it,
understand well enough.
and I'm the one who
Take you
uses
2 minutes
meters, and
to
I
run.
don't know.
That's also something Ryan can understand. So thank you.
Oh, it's Chris guessing, trust me, because it's athletics and that's not his domain.
Mine either. Oh, guess what? I was sick. So I was sick for like a week, and like
Yes,
the last.
500 feet.
So in the last like 2 days, I was like in my bed, like bedridden. I lost 10 pounds. I went from I was 246 and now I'm 236. I'm like, heck yeah! Like I was miserable, but
Now.
that's a win right there.
Don't eat now. Here we go.
As Paley, as you enter the temple, they have like. So
I
they
have Jakai with me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So they have the wings like that kind of come down that cover up the dome-looking side of this temple. You can see people are kind of walking 2 by 2 up to them, and then they kind of break off and they start to walk. They do have a walkway that goes directly into the middle, all the way to the center. Which way would you like to go? And it looks like it's just the hooded individuals that are kind of like doing a prayer or a hum of some sort, are walking along the winged edge, which look like stairs that go all the way up to not the head, but like the neckish portion of this dragon figure as they start to go inside.
I'll walk down the center.
You okay?
Yeah.
Did you
I
pull
just
a hair?
pulled a popcorn kernel.
Ooh, I hate that.
I have a couple teeth that are dead, so I don't feel when stuff gets shoved in them. I only felt that when I was pulling it out just now.
You want a toothpick?
No,
I
I
got
got it.
one.
I already got it.
Yeah, the way that my wisdom teeth have come in, they're like crooked, so there's like a little like V gap like that between my back tooth and then my wisdom tooth. The stuff gets stuck there, so that's why I have that. That's why I have that toothpick in my wallet because I have to get that stuff out of there. It drives me nuts because I can't not feel it. It's like pressure.
Oh yeah,
And-
the nerves in my teeth are dead.
Yeah.
On a couple of the
Yeah.
teeth. So I don't feel anything.
Yeah, my wisdom teeth just came in at a weird angle, and I never got them taken out. So.
I got them taken out. They were so painful.
I need to
that
because they still hurt because this one up here is like still stuck, and so it's still trying to come through every now and then, and when it starts to try to come through again, fucking kills
How long have they been in?
for a while.
So when you get them removed,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm having this issue, they're gonna have to break my jaw and reset it, because your mouth will form to them, and then
Oh fuck it, I'll just leave them in then.
yeah. So I was
Yeah.
like, if you want, like, get them pulled if they cause you pain, but like after that, they're gonna have to
Like the
break
top
your jaw.
ones, the top ones aren't. They're not in all the way because the gums are still like growing over them. But the bottom two are in, so I'll just leave those fuckers in. I'm not gonna like screw
I
that.
get really bad
I
lock
don't
jaw.
have that problem. So
Where like my jaw will just like I'm chewing something or I'm talking and my jaw will just lock here, and it's the most painful thing because I have to like literally take my hand and like massage it and like push it to like unlock it. It's the worst. So,
You know, some
I was
people
like,
have 2 sets of wisdom teeth. They can get the ones taken out and then get new ones. I would be so pissed. I'd be so angry.
I sat there and I went in for boot camp because that's when they take your wisdom teeth. And
Yeah,
he,
don't they?
he went to go look and he's like, oh, there's only one wisdom tooth back here. I was like, yeah, the other one broke when I was a kid on a popcorn kernel. Like I actually bit down and it split my wisdom tooth in half. And he was like, oh, well, okay. So they just removed it. I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, since I got you, I might as well just pull the top ones for free too. And so he went ahead and he did the bottom one and then he did the two.
So they
tops.
take your wisdom teeth out, like everybody's out.
In boot camp. Yeah, so they take the bottom ones out automatically because if they don't, and you get underway and stuff like that, or you get deployed,
It depends on.
and you gotta have your teeth taken care of while you're deployed, it
They
can
can't
cause
do
it can cause a lot of issues.
Okay, so just the bottom ones, not the top
Yeah,
ones.
not the top ones. They normally don't take unless you're actually having
Okay,
pain.
because my dad was in the Navy, and he told me, that he had his wisdom teeth taken out while he was in the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he
all
made
four
it.
of mine in boot camp.
Well, he made it sound like he was already like active duty in the Navy, not boot camp when he got him taken out.
Well, that is active duty.
Yeah.
Boot camp is active duty.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a difference between the two.
I mean, boot camp is just you're getting paid on active duty. It's just you're in training.
That's what I meant. Like not like he was
Yeah,
done
he
with
wasn't-
that.
yeah.
With that port. That's what it sounded like. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious. I mean, he's dead now. It doesn't matter. So.
R.I.P.
Like Jerry Springer.
I mean, he's not in pieces, so.
No, R.I.P. means
No,
rest in peace.
I know. I was making a joke on the word peace.
Is. All right, so
I'll walk down the center
Okay.
aisle.
as you begin to walk down the center, as the wing kind of starts to enclose, you can actually see lights on the inside, up on the ceiling, kind of glowing, causing just enough light to where you can actually see where you're going. You do see people in pews, as well as other people off in the corners, kind of praying to a candle set or other various looking statues of Bahamut. Mostly Dragonborn. You can see quite a few of them around the area. As you get closer to the center, though, you can see there is a closed off section, like another doorway that leads further in. As you get closer to it, you can see there's an individual standing out front. He's wearing white robes with golden tassels kind of hanging off on the side. Has a long white beard, almost to his knees, is how long it is. He does have a staff in his hand. Hood kind of comes down and covers his eyes.
Is there any markings on the robe or anything?
On the front, on the robe itself, no, but as you get closer, you can start to see, I forgot what the hell those things are called.
Holy symbol?
No, it's the like looks like a scarf, but it goes down.
Tassels?
Tabernacle?
It's not the
Is that tabernacle? Yep.
Yeah, it's not the vestments.
Yeah. As you can see, the tabernacle, it does have draconic writing on the side. That does look like some type of writing. Something. It means something.
I'll cast Comprehend Languages to read it.
Okay. As you begin to look at the letters, you kind of see them start to form, as it says, Bahamut's true self.
Bahamut's true self.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get closer
Be the cuddle bun today.
to approach the guy.
Okay. Yeah, careful. Her breath stinks so bad. And we got her greenies, and they're not helping at all.
Yo.
Not my fault.
It is her fault.
She's a queen.
She's a queen.
She's the baby. She thinks she's human, though. That's the thing. Yeah, I know you think you're human. You're a dog, though.
She's human. I see it.
Oh, she acts like her and this one get into fights all the damn time.
I was gonna say, like, Valdez is definitely a dog. Brazil, no. Brazil's
She's like, don't touch her. She's like, just touch me. You gotta see her though when like
On the
she gets
Beastmaster.
really happy, when she gets really happy. You can actually see the smile. Like she gets like a little smirk in her face. It's cute.
I'm the Beastmaster.
Yo.
You ever seen that movie?
No,
He,
I know I haven't.
He
You've never seen? Oh.
Okay, so there's so
Well, you're going
I
straight
was-
to geek hell.
I was paid to see. Yeah, I've seen all.
Okay.
I like the scene where when he kills those poachers and they have them in the back of the police car with the like the Dobermans or whatever they are, and then they open the door and he's got them like cuddling with them and he's
just
like
cuddling
petting
with
them.
I just like his spirits. That's what made me want to get a ferret. The Beastmaster. Alright, so as you get closer,
Okay.
he doesn't
Oh,
he doesn't
Jesus
say anything
Christ.
to you. So you get like right up in front of him. He doesn't even look at you. He just kind of turns to the side and opens the door.
Knew it! I'll walk in.
Okay. As you walk in, you're in a small room. There's only 2 or 3 other clergymen in the room. It looks like one of them's kind of cleaning. You can see what looks to be a sword in the center, and a light that's kind of shining down. And then if you kind of looked up, you can see that the way the room is a circular room. Each of the pillars kind of hold up, and then it kind of domes, and then you can see another set of pillars, dome, pillar, dome, and it goes all the way up to the very top, through to open air. You can see some stars and a little bit of the moon, one of the moons in the air, kind of shining down on this blade. On the back, where one of the clergymen is kind of cleaning, there is a tablet of some sort on the back, as well as a book that's kind of open. It looks like there's some chalices off to the side with a small tub of water, something liquidy there, from what you can tell. And then you can see the other 2 clergymen are kneeled down and praying.
I'm gonna walk into the room and just kind of follow suit with the clergyman and sit down and like kneel down and put Shakai like in my lap and close my eyes and say, "Hello, Bahamut."
You say that out loud?
No, I say it in my head.
Okay.
It would be hilarious to say it out loud.
Alright. While this is all going on, you guys are walking around the rest of the temple district. As you do, you don't see a whole lot of like non-denominational. I mean, it looks like pretty much everyone is kind of like got their own little bit of God area, but you do find one smaller looking, not really a temple, more like a shrine of some sort. It has an very interesting looking sculpture that is kind of in the center of this little shrine. It's a individual wearing of all armor, like full plate mail, top to bottom, sitting in a very stoic and plain stone chair. You can see he does have a bastard sword that is in front of him, that he has kind of held in front of him. As you walk by it, you feel as if eyes kind of lock onto you. Like just that sensation of somebody's watching you as you walk by this one little temple.
Okay. So once I feel that, I'll be like, this is the place. I'll look up on it and say, this is the place. And then I'm gonna walk over and pull out some of the teeth that I have left over from that necklace I made for Ogre Jakai, and put them on the altar. And I'm gonna pray to a god that I haven't prayed to before. But Kaz has had a dream with this god. But yeah, I want to get your guys' opinion how to pronounce his name. I don't know how to pronounce it. So it's Manethak.
Can I see it?
Yeah, like that. Or you can read it off the phone. You can't read my handwriting.
Man, I don't know why you asked me. My comprehension skills are terrible.
How's it spelled again?
Manethak.
That's what I was like.
A what?
AK. He's the god of hunting and lore for Goliath, but also he hunts, his dogma is that he hunts down monsters that threaten Goliath. So I thought he might be a good one to ask about what's going on.
Is it in the player's handbook?
I don't know if he's in the player's handbook or if he's.
Main think. Monthunk.
I was thinking like Manathac.
Manatac.
It's a weird one because there's different ways to pronounce it, and none of them sound good. None of them sound natural, so you can't be like, oh yeah, that's gotta be the one. But I don't know if these are in any of the books or not. But this is from a list that I found that it did have Kavaki on the list as well. So
They have the pronunciation guide next to them on the last couple of pages where the deities are.
Yeah, see this one when I'm looking at wiki doesn't actually break it down. Like it doesn't give me a syllable breakdown.
there's just one too many vowels in that. Could be like main fact. Maybe we're overthinking it. Maybe it's just exactly how it's spelled. They are Goliath after all.
I was trying to compare it to the other names, but it doesn't help much. I mean, let's look at it this way. We all say Jesus, and some people say Jesus, and it's close to
However you want to
Yeshua.
pronounce it, man.
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
completely up to you.
they'll likely not be offended.
Yeah.
Manathac,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
That sounds good.
Manathac? Okay, yeah, Manathac.
It's got to be simple enough for Goliath to scream about it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Manathac. Manathac. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But yeah, I'm
You
gonna
pronounce it when you're enraged. That's all that matters.
in my head I can.
Does it come out that way? Just vowels at that point.
No, I'm going, and that's who I'm going to ask.
Okay, what do you ask?
What is going on in the frost?
That's it.
I mean, that's Kaz. That's what he wants to know. The Goliath gods are pretty straightforward. They directly interact with Goliath.
What's going on in the frost? Answer.
Like, I mean, they directly interact with Goliath all the time. Like, that's why he doesn't really understand the adoration that all the other gods get. Because, I mean, he's seen agents of Bahamut being out here, not Pele, but others being out here and being ineffectual. Like, we found one guy who was captured, and whereas the Goliath gods will be like, yeah, we're not letting anything happen to the Goliath. We're actually intervening ourselves to help.
That guy ended up. Remember, he was an agent of Tiamat.
Oh, was he a bad
Yeah.
guy? Well, see,
Not
that's
saying
why you should let cows kill people.
I don't even remember what happened. He was very trustworthy.
Yeah, Tiamat's the dragon they sent to hell, whereas Bahamut is like it's in what Celestia? That sounds wrong. Isn't that My Little Pony?
Yeah. I know nothing about My Little Pony. My Little Pony.
I've heard it on the background enough. I mean, I'm sure I watched the original show to some degree because I watched
There's
Pound
a show?
Puppets.
Like an
Yes.
original show?
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah, I knew
not.
nothing about My Little Pony.
I know what my daughter just told me.
I was all Pokemon.
But you better learn
Digimon.
and remember because she will quiz you later.
Listen,
I made a little.
Pokemon didn't come out till I was in middle school. We had a lot of doing to get there.
When you ask Manathic what's going on in the frost.
Manathic.
Monathic.
Manathic.
That's it. That's it. That sounds normal. That sounds normal to me. That's it. Monathic. I like it. Monathic.
Well, you got your answer. Monathic. What you call me next time? Call me correctly.
Yeah. Don't fuck it up, Nose. As you ask him what's going on in Frost, for a few seconds you feel kind of sleepy. As you kind of close your eyes to go to rub them, as your eyes close, and then you rub them and open them, you're younger. You see mountains, fields. You can vividly see people from your tribe walking around, doing their daily tasks. Some of them going to fetch water. Some individuals getting spears and weapons together to give to the elders to go hunt. About that time, a younger elder kind of comes up. Guys, so today I'm going to show you how to throw the spear. Everyone should know how to throw a spear. As he instructs you for a few moments, as you do a couple practice shots, probably about your third or fourth one, he's kind of praising you, correcting stances, and then you line up a shot at this target and you go to throw. As you do, the scene changes. You can see snow on the ground. Everything's frost. You can see mounds in the snow. You kind of see what looks to be like a hand or two kind of buried in the snow. You also kind of get glimpses of this almost burning red veins kind of going around the mountain on one of the sides, kind of pulsating as it does. As you're looking at it, you see signs of creatures that aren't supposed to be alive moving. Birds that have faces kind of half gone, kind of flying around on their own or hopping around, pecking at some of these hands and faces that you can kind of barely see in the snow. As you're looking at this, you kind of just hear nothing good. And then your vision kind of fades as you close your eyes again and you open them, and now you're at the temple.
I'm gonna, oh boy, give me a second here. Whew, that was good.
I didn't mean to make it like super emotional, man, but
I'm connected to Kaz. That's like when the first time when I found out there was something like wrong in the frost, like I was like upset. I got upset. So I'm gonna and like jump up and tell Bond like we have to go, and then run towards where we left Pele.
okay. Alright, give me a second. Let me let her out real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll do Silas, and then finish up with Pele.
It's gonna be the best one.
What?
Lemon juice is gonna be the best one. Cause you're live.
No pressure.
Ooh, that was good.
That was really good.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because I'm a little drunk and a little high or what, but that was I was sitting on the edge of my seat. I was sitting on the edge of my seat. Whew.
And that was?
should have brought my Funyuns in. I bought a bag of Funyuns.
Okay, so
Funyuns.
so Maureen bought this giant like the party size bag of Funyuns. Because I mentioned I like Funyuns, and I was eating them last night, and there was a huge bag of Funyuns, but there were no, you know how you get like the big Funyuns like this sometimes? None of them. Like, they were all like teeny tiny like
I like
that.
the small ones.
I don't like a whole bag of them. Like, I like some big ones. It felt like I was eating a bag
You
of
want
Yeah, a
to
little
embrace
variety.
It felt like I was eating a bag of crumbs almost.
Yeah.
It was,
I'm gonna say.
have you tried the Funyun flavored Pringle? The Funyun flavored Lay's? Yeah.
No, but I'm not a big fan of Lay's.
They're not bad.
They always taste like kind of like.
There's something about the texture and
They're-
everything about a
Yeah.
Funyun
They're-
is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for the flavor, yes, I'm looking for that, but there's something about the whole thing that
It's
makes it right.
it's
Yes.
almost like
I want to tear apart my mouth.
the best way I can describe the Lay's is like if you described how Funyuns taste to somebody and how the texture is to somebody and told them to make a potato chip like that. It's kind of like and they had never tasted a Funyun before. It's kind of like that. Like it's almost
It's almost there.
everything is almost like the onion flavor is almost there. The texture is almost there, but it's not. It's just
Ugh.
like they're
Also,
not bad.
I'm
Like
thinking back. I think the last time I ever had Lay's, like that wasn't like a kettle cooked Lay's, just a normal Lay's. I think I was like 17, because my mom would buy them for my brother, and so she'd get like the buy one get one or whatever, and grab me the flavored chips I like in Lay's. Little did she remember, I hate Lay's, and so I was like,
yeah, I don't. I like the baked Lay's.
yeah, I want something that has some substance, not just like a flimsy, airy piece of potato.
Now I'll eat Lay's if that's all. If I go to like if I go to a cookout, I feel the same way. Like that's why I don't buy them. Like if I go to a cookout, or if I go to somebody's house and that's all they have and that's what they're offering, yeah, I'll eat some Lay's. But like if I'm buying them myself, I'll get like Ruffles or Pringles or like Cheetos. I like Cheeto Puffs. I like those.
I can't do Cheeto
I like
Puffs. It sticks to my mouth.
Unless they're
like
the
their
white
texture.
cheddar puffs, like the baked white cheddar puffs, those ones are.
And what's weird, I don't know why,
Crunchy.
but the Cheeto Puffs are the if I eat too many of those, it's the only chip that I can't like I could probably realistically sit down and eat just about any bag of chip, like the entire bag, if I'm being honest. But Cheeto Puffs, I don't know what it is, but they just make me sick. Like if I eat too many of them, they make me nauseous. Not like my stomach's upset, but like I just get like I get nauseous.
Oh man, I could eat a whole bag of any Doritos.
Oh yeah.
And I'm.
They have a new flavor I saw on TikTok for Doritos I wanted to try. It was
I like the 3D
hot
ones.
mustard.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was hot mustard Doritos. Have you tried the barbecue Doritos?
Yep.
Those are really good.
I like that.
The bo-
My favorite's the sweet and
Really?
spicy.
The sweet chili.
Yeah, the
That's
sweet
my
chili.
favorite.
Oh, that's
Sweet
my
chili.
favorite.
Sweet chili's my favorite. Now my favorite classic flavor is the Cool Ranch. Then I like the sweet chili a lot.
The spicy one's my favorite.
The sweet, that one's good too. But the sweet chili is my favorite. But I tried the barbecue one. That one's really good. And but I want to try that. I saw on TikTok last night. It was a hot mustard flavor.
I love the 3D ones. Those ones were so cool.
They brought them back for a bit.
Yeah.
But the hot mustard flavor is my favorite.
I guess my kid's not ever coming home tonight.
Have you seen the Roaring Ranch they had?
No.
I found it once at Food Lion on display. It wasn't even in the aisle.
Alright, Vaughn, I'm gonna try one of
Never
these.
again.
6%.
That's fine.
Okay, Silas,
Yep.
where are you going? What are we doing?
I'm heading to the Temple of Agma and go in, say hello to a few,
Turn it off.
Thanks. I turned it down a bit.
and making a donation. Then I asked to see a senior brother who knows the most about artifacts, legendary items.
Okay. After
And then I'll sit, pray, and wait quietly.
Yep. After probably only a couple of minutes, a very blue-looking individual comes out of temple.
Why is this happening?
Kind of a big head, looks like Megamind a little bit. as he comes out and kind of just looks at you and bows. What can I help you with today?
I was hoping we could speak privately about a book that I found, and if you had any information or knew where I could locate information about said book.
Yes, please come in.
Okay.
As he takes you into a small little study. It's only probably about 2 or 3 minutes inside the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming it's the Book of Power?
Yeah, the Book of Shadows that I have.
Reminds me of the cop in Dumb and Dumber when he drinks the pee.
But I will go in and tell him this is where I found it, what it was doing, and what little I have learned about it. To be quite honest, it was not a great deal.
He looks at the book, kind of, you see him cast some spells, mostly detect magic and identify.
Yep. I'm sitting there in the been there, done that.
Yeah. Not the one I was looking for.
Did we ever
So, what he says, well, this looks like a very ancient book, my young friend.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of
accurate amount?
Nebet? Bahak?
That we got paid. Finishing the Guildmaster. I have like 10 to 15K written down.
Have I?
But then concrete.
Is that a history roll or?
Yeah, you can do a history. Yeah, history or religion.
19 history, 29 religion.
Okay. You, for the religion portion of it, you know that name has something to do with a necromantic god. Where it kind of falls in place, you're not 100% sure, as it is kind of an obscure name.
Mm-hmm.
But you do know that it has something to do with necromancy.
Mm-hmm. That's all. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty much it.
whatever you can share with me, brother, would be.
Well, the Book of Shadows that you have was originally a spell book or a tome for Nebet. From what I can tell, over the years, looks like it is absorbed power.
Mm-hmm.
As such, it is holding that power. That's all I can really tell you. You'd have to do more research on Nebet and find out specifically what he was working on, what his specialty, if any.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I will exit and head to the library. This is simple.
You keep
class,
you
so
keep the book on you, right?
pretty much. I mean, it's an extra mental.
Do you have it
space, but
open or like? Because I'm sure you hand it to him.
Yeah. I
and
would
hand it
have.
back.
Yeah, I would hold it up and present it to him. I wouldn't have opened it or anything.
You wouldn't have opened it.
I've opened it before. Nothing's happened, but still, this is a stranger.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you go to the library.
Does it react in any way when he says the name?
You can do an Arcana check.
25.
25. You do feel like it does kind of pulse a little bit when he says the name.
Okay. Then I will go to the library and, assuming there's one within the temple, it's Temple Agma, so I'll start researching that
Okay.
until Haley calls for me.
So I had just two quick questions. At any point, would we have had time to count the gold in that chest that we got from the? You gave us a range. You said it looked like 10 to 15,000, but we never counted it.
From the Queen.
Yeah.
So okay, okay. So I'll just keep holding on to that. Or I think we stuck it in one of the sacks.
We'll
Anyway,
figure all that out tonight.
I just didn't know if we had gotten it or whatever.
I gave you the chest.
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
it.
So then I have it. So then my second question is, I had forgot to ask while the vision was going on because I was emotional. Did I recognize any of what were bodies? I assume under the snow at all in that vision? Because any like tattoos or anything like that.
Something about like identifying the clan or something like that, or the people.
You can go ahead and.
I'm assuming it was Kaz's tribe because he had a flashback of his tribe.
Yeah.
Before.
You can.
But that might be a shared experience.
Yeah.
You can sit there and do. Make a perception check. I'll say.
Not bad. I think that it's 17.
17.
Yeah, 17.
As you kind of recall the memory in your mind, and kind of slow it down in a sense to kind of like replay those few scenes that showed parts. The one with the crow, the one where you kind of just look around and you can see them under mounds. You do recognize one of the bodies. It looks like an old childhood friend, someone who stuck with you through most of your younger years. But of course, after everything happened, he kind of turned his back on you and shunned you. But you do see his face in the snow.
Okay.
As you are looking in the library, you do find a small book that does have. Hold on. It does have a little bit on Nibet. It says the Scarabus Society. As Nebet lay in the obelisk awaiting his execution, he stared through on necromancy with few minor shadow familiars who had not deserted him, and these servants used as the information to create a Book of Shadows. The tome soon began circulating and was immediately banned. Although many of the original copies were rounded up and destroyed by the Zikorian authorities, several have survived.
Okay. Then I am going to leave the library and go find the senior archivist.
Okay.
For the temple.
Okay.
And speak with him and see if they will store this here.
It takes you probably another 5 or 10 minutes to kind of track down someone who can get a hold of him. as a very small, almost satyr-looking like individual walks up. Well, what can I help you with?
Yes, I've come across a book that is probably dangerous to be in the public eye.
Ooh.
Destroying knowledge is against our ethics, but protecting it
means.
is. I was wondering if you would be willing to take it off my hands and protect it here.
I
It
will
is an
certainly
incredible amount of
can
power.
try. Yes. What is the book?
I present him with the information.
Okay.
I give him the professional spiel. And blah, 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 blah.
He sits there and he looks at it. Ooh, yes, I can feel the power coming from this. We should definitely put this someplace safe. As he takes it and kind of, you see him, he doesn't touch it openly. He pulls out a cloth and kind of wraps it onto one side. When he does this, you actually feel that the cloth kind of tightens itself, and you can feel a very strong magic coming from the cloth as it kind of starts to shake just a little bit as he takes the book from you. Okay.
Then, trusting that it's in safe hands, I leave it there, and then I'll go ahead toward the Temple of Bahamut and
All right.
basically wait out, not outside, but like I'll find a seat inside and
Yeah.
just sit in quiet contemplation while
Okay.
waiting for Paley to show back up.
Pele, as you are sitting there in prayer, at first nothing happens.
And then I get a message.
Then you get a message.
It's just the bells ringing. He said there were bells and bells ringing.
It says,
all the
"I'm
time.
busy, lady." No. It probably a good 5 to 10 minutes goes by, and there's no response to your question, to your prayer. You feel the other two kind of stand up, and they leave the room. It's just you and one of the clergymen kind of just in there. Then finally you hear Jakai kind of as he kind of starts to like prounce around in the center by the sword. Of course, the other clergyman doesn't do anything. As you're sitting there trying to concentrate, Jakai is being Jakai. Then a light just beams through the whole entire room, just whitewashing it. You are standing in front of an elder individual who's sitting in a chair, Jakai in his lap, as he is kind of looking at this young dragon.
Is the other clergyman in there still?
No.
Okay.
Be awkward. I'm not here to make shit awkward.
Okay. It's like, you Bahamut?
Are you Pele?
So that's a yes.
Oh, look at you.
Um,
As he kind of like scritches the Jakai's chin. As
so,
you see Jakai kind of.
so he hatched. This is Jakai.
Horrible name, by the way.
He picked it. I gave him a minute.
No, I think Swage picked it.
Fair.
But it'll do.
He didn't want John. I tried John. He said no.
Well, that was because John Jacob Hingelheimer Schmidt was already taken.
That's fair. He could be dead now. Who knows? So you know about all the elder evils coming through? Attempting to come through?
He kind of just looks at you like,
You know, when like you sent me to go into that mountain to like go and stop something. You could have given me more information. Would have been really neat. But it's in the past. It's in the past. And here we are moving forward, and we have two options right now. You don't have to ask. You don't have to say anything. I plan on already going to defeat these elder evils, so you don't have to ask me to do it. I'm already on it. But
because we kind of set that up in motion beforehand.
You never gave me anything else. You just said, "Hey, go here and go here," and then that was it.
Did you want to defeat them on your own?
Do I want to defeat them on my own? I got my friends.
But you know what I mean, like you guys are like, oh no, these guys, we're gonna go beat them up now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of. Have you ever heard of design, fate?
I try to avoid it.
Yeah, see, that's the cool thing about this, is that we set these obstacles up in a way that makes you feel like you're doing all the work. We're just lazing about, like we're not doing anything, right? And then when you get to that point and you're just like, oh, we could have really used your help. And then I'm like, but you did it on your own. Doesn't that make you feel better? And you're like, yeah, buck the system. That's what we like to call making you feel important. And I must say, you have done an excellent job. We just kind of nudged you in a direction, and you guys took care of the rest. I mean, I think, as a god personally, we have the hardest thing to do. And that's just to make it so you guys don't kill each other.
I'm so glad Kaz wasn't there for any of that.
Now, that being said, I will say I appreciate you taking care of this little guy. And he looks so happy. Question though? Where's his lightning affinity?
I'm sorry, what?
His lightning affinity? You know, because I kind of... lightning?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mohammed, I don't know much about you. I was raised as a follower of Kasuth.
Yeah, speaking of which, that guy is mean. Like, he was like, no, you can't have her. And I was like, well, too bad. And he said something about a holy war later. I don't know. But that'll be later. Case in point. Like, what did you do? Did you piss him off? Like, royally piss him off? Or just kind of like...
Ran away from being sacrificed.
Oh, okay, so royally pissed him off. Got it. Cool.
But I don't even need to be sacrificed to him. He doesn't need me.
I don't know how that all works. I don't do sacrifices.
Anyway, back on track. So Jakai, lightning.
Mm-hmm.
What? I'm confused. What are you talking about?
He's supposed to lightning, not fire.
So
that's like Tiamat, like evil, like bad dragon. Not that you're a bad dragon.
So remember, I found the egg. Switch carried the egg. The egg hatched.
Did you guys do anything with the egg?
Nope.
You didn't like infuse any magic in it. You didn't do anything weird to it. You didn't put it in any weird things.
We put it in a case of armor.
Okay, that's
to protect it.
Sounds normal. My first choice. Normally we build a nest and we kind of like hoard things around it. And
that's fair, but we were needing to be mobile. To go and fight these elder evils.
Mm-hmm.
So
you didn't sleep with the egg or anything like that.
What?
Not in a sexual context. Like,
no. I'm like trying to imagine.
Like that.
No.
Sleeping with it, like holding it, keeping it warm.
No.
It is weird.
You're the god.
I don't know how all this shit works, okay? I only know glimpses of what I'm supposed to know.
And nudging people in a direction so they follow what you want them to do. Yeah.
Yeah, see, because we have rules. What? Oh, fuck. Hold that thought. as he kind of just shimmers out.
There's a man down there, and I got a glimpse of his head, and I was like, who is that? It's the man.
It's the man. As he disappears.
Is Jakai there?
Yeah, Jakai's there. Jakai kind of just like plops down and kind of like, "Aw."
Just like, I'll look around the room. Is it the same room? Is there anything different about it?
Like same room as what?
Where I was at when I first walked in?
Oh no, it's like just a completely white.
Oh.
Never.
Oh, like I'm in my mind or something.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The Matrix.
So that's what you think, yeah.
I need
I'm gonna
kung
pinch
fu.
myself.
You pinch yourself and you don't go anywhere. You just stay in this white vast of nothingness.
Did I feel any pain from the pinch?
Oh yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna go sit in the chair. Scoop Jakai up, put him in my lap, sit in the chair. Cross my leg. Just wait.
I wonder if Swade will buy that movable rod now.
After a few moments, you see a very pissed off looking old man and a young, almost white skinned. If you had to guess, complexion is that of an elf, like a very fair skinned elf. But he doesn't have pointed ears. He's more like a half elf, if you had to say. Hair kind of slicked back. He does have on a green vest, red long sleeves, and black pants. Now, Cyric, will you please apologize to this mortal? I will not have you going around thinking you are me. And the next time you impersonate me, I swear I will smite you freaking down to fucking 8 layers of hell. Do I make myself clear? Cedric kind of just sits there with a little sword.
Cedric?
Yeah, or Cyric.
Cyric.
As he's holding this sword kind of close to him. Fine. Mortal, I apologize. Just having a little fun at your expense. Although, the look on your face was quite interesting. Wow.
Sorry, I got an
was-
itch on my nose.
That was very slick. I'll keep an eye on you. Although Kasuth does say hello. Cedric! As he disappears. Or Cyric, as he disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
Frederick.
Too many C names.
Yeah. Now, I'm sorry about that. Anyways. What was it you were trying to ask? I
Well,
wasn't here for any of that. As you can definitely tell, he looks pissed.
I'm gonna pick up Jakai and be like, it's your son.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he looks cute. Good.
So Cyric was talking about the fact that he doesn't have a lightning affinity,
What?
and he has a
As
fire
you see him just
affinity.
pick up Jakai and kind of like look at him. Jakai's like,
Boy.
he's just looking at him. Puts it back down on your arms. That is interesting.
So, not that I don't love him, because I adore Jakai. Is he still supposed to be your, like, heir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the fact that, because he was making me really, really nervous, that maybe, like, he had something to do with Tiamat. Which, like, I love him to death. I'm gonna protect him no matter what. Just want to make sure what I'm getting into.
Those are all valid concerns, and I completely understand where you're coming from. But you know, it is getting kind of late, and
Wait, no, I got more
juices
questions.
are kind of like low.
Wait,
at
I
the
got more
moment.
questions.
God juices.
I got more questions. Do not leave yet. So I'm gonna whatever. So I just hold Jakai closer. Elder evils.
Bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Skipping previous conversation, moving forward. We're right now in capital city, and the queen has tasked us with 2 places that we can go to, which is the Frost and. Man.
Well done.
All done? All done? All done?
Is that the GM helping, or does?
No,
Bahamut
it's
say
Bahamut.
Okay.
No, Bahamut.
It's an interesting bit of information.
Yeah, that's
Really
true, yeah.
Bahamut going, yeah, it's this place.
And we have the option to go to either one, and I'm wondering maybe you have any insight of which one we should go to. Which one's more urgent?
Yes.
They're both urgent. Could you tell me if there's an elder evil already summoned in either place?
Yes.
In both. So which one?
Now, I think she actually gave you 3 choices. Spellscar being the last one. Is that correct?
I'm just telling you 2.
Right.
Because we're
But
not
if we're going to be completely honest, it's 3. She gave you 3.
Yeah,
You're
but
choosing
Spellscar is
to
not on the
exclude-
table.
You're excluding one because you don't want to go because of your magics, right?
Right.
Okay. All 3 are important to some degree on the national scale of, oh shit, the world could end.
I believe that.
Type of monumental occasional things that could go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is dire? I mean, taking care of either one of the 2 that you choose. Can't really say how fate will play out on the other one if you don't take care of it. The one you do take care of, if you succeed, will be a great benefit, of course. But what happens to the other location if you don't do anything, I can't say. That's not up for me to scry. That would be the Sisters of Fate.
Okay. So both are where we need to go. Got it. Could you possibly clone me, my friends, to go and hit both?
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Well, follow-up question.
Like an interesting campaign.
The guy that was impersonating you,
Yes.
who is he?
That would be Cyric, the god of deceit.
Oh wow, what a lame-o.
Yeah. He enjoys pretending to be other people just to annoy mortals and gods alike.
Okay, all right. Well, that wasn't really an important question. I was just getting really nervous about asking you this next question. So my brother
Oh, yes.
is the one that's working on getting these elder evils summoned. Were you by chance aware? I'm not gonna be upset if you were.
No, it's complicated. There are other forces that have bound certain things.
I very strongly believe, I mean, I don't even know I had a brother, but I very strongly believe that there's some form of entity or something that is working with him.
Yes.
Could you tell me what that is?
No.
Is that because you don't know, or because you shouldn't tell me because of fate?
Can't tell you because deals have been struck. And as deals have been struck, certain things are in place that prevent us from saying things.
Okay. But
when
if
I
I
say
want
us, I mean quite a few of us.
Okay. So if I wanted to happen to find a book in regards that can lead me in that direction, could it possibly be here in this town?
No. If you were going to go look for a book, I'm not saying you would find one, but I am saying if you were to look, Nethys would be your best bet
Okay.
in the academy.
Hypothetically speaking, if there was a book.
Right.
Okay. Alright, well. Other question. Just keep Jakai with me as we go and face off against these elder evils?
Yes. Until we figure out why he doesn't have the lightning.
Would it have anything to do because I'm a form of the fire elemental?
It shouldn't work that way, but we never know.
Well, Cyric was asking if I was
What does he know?
holding the dragon and sleeping with it or casting any magic on
You were
it.
what?
Like cuddling with it, keeping it warm while I sleep,
Yeah.
sleeping with the egg as I rest.
Gotcha. Completely understand that one. It'd be painful otherwise.
All around. But so nothing rings the bell on that. You're not saying something.
I did say something.
And in your saying something, you're not saying something.
I did. I said nope. That's a word. Pretty sure it's a mortal word.
Yes, and you're like that note
You know,
comes
I
with
really
withholding
think it's time for me
information.
to probably. Yep, we've definitely been here too long.
Okay, well if you got nothing else, I guess yeah, sure. With
Cool.
your no.
As you're back in the room, the other patron that was in the room is no longer there. He's gone. It's just you and Jakai. Jakai is sleeping around the sword.
I'm gonna. Is there anything written around the sword or on the sword?
No.
I'm gonna pick up Jakai and walk over to that tablet and where that book was at, and just try and read the tablet if there's anything on it.
Yeah, it's just the tenets of Bahamut.
No, just kidding. I don't do that.
Cyric, you just hear him laughing.
I'll take Jakai and walk out of that room.
Okay. As you begin to walk out, you do walk back out. You see a bunch of people kind of sitting in pews and whatnot. The person who was all in white with the tabernacle, he's no longer there as you come out.
The people in the pews, they're like praying, like
Yeah, some of them are praying, some of them are just sitting, some of them are reading books of some sort.
Is there any like weird ominous feeling in the room?
No, not that you can tell.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk out of the temple.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. As you begin to walk out, you see Kaz kind of running up to the entrance area, back where the steps start to begin to walk. As you see Silas kind of sitting in one of the back pews, kind of just observing and kind of sitting there. He kind of has an instrument out. Not that he's playing, more like he's kind of just placing fingers. Yeah. And then after a few more seconds, you see Bond kind of follow up behind Kaz, like, "What the heck, man?"
I see Kaz running. I'm like looking around for any threat of
I mean,
danger.
no, he's probably a good like 20 or 30 feet away from you as he's running up, and Silas is probably closer, probably about like 10 or 15 feet.
I'll like just kind of shoot a whistle to signal Silas that I'm heading out.
Okay, well, stand and puts down the instrument that he obviously has no clue how to play. And starts heading towards you.
You're running.
Oh, my turn? Okay. So Kaz is pretty upset. So he's actually probably maybe even crying a little bit, but he's also very angry. So they're like freezing on his face, and he's gonna run up to Pele and tell him that he wants to go to the Frost like right now.
Completely taken aback on Kaz's demeanor right now is she'll just put a hand on his shoulder and say, "We're going to the Frost."
Okay.
And I'll say to everyone that it doesn't matter which place we go to, we're going to sacrifice the other one.
We're not the only people in the world to deal with these things.
So we'll share that with the Queen, and I think the gods don't have all the answers that we'd hope they have.
They do, but they're not.
I
They're
mean-
in their own little tiff. They cannot easily share, or else the evil ones would easily share as well.
I had a direct vision. You guys,
I've been touched.
see, like you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Like the Goliath gods, they don't fuck around. Like what are your guys' gods doing? It's so useless.
I just had a 20-minute
So
conversation.
I didn't speak to my god.
so callously evil. Like holy shit. They could have just told you everything.
I just had a 20-minute conversation with the god of deceit pretending to be Bahamut before Bahamut came in.
Did he tell you anything?
They both wasted my time almost.
You know what I did? I said, "What's going on in the Frost?" Manathic said, "Oh, here, bro. Look at this. Boom, dead bodies."
Boom, dead bodies. Oh my
And
god.
that was it.
Okay, all right.
So all that says is something bad is going on. It's not any better.
So,
It doesn't prove
I mean,
it.
Pele didn't ask what was going
There was no twisting words or hollow platitudes or whatever they do. It was more honest than anything that Pele got for the last however long she was talking to them.
Yes. It was a simple thing that was directly affecting them. Yes.
Can us going to the Frost wait till the morning?
I mean,
It
I
will.
don't think it'll get any. Yeah, I don't think it'll get any worse.
If
There
they're going that fast,
are
we're
still
not
things
gonna get
that
that
I want to do
conversation.
here anyway.
Okay.
So
You guys are also under investigation. Remind you.
Yeah, we can't.
Oh yeah.
We can't leave yet.
I
Well,
feel like the Queen could be like.
I was gonna say
"Go."
We can
we have an in with like the boss.
Yes, but we haven't exploited that in yet. I would preferably take at least until tomorrow afternoon or evening.
That's fine.
If we're teleporting and moving. Otherwise, we need to contact Espador and see what is
After
happening on that end of things. I don't want him to rush here if we're going to just leave again.
yeah, and he
think-
may be able to just teleport wherever. I don't know.
And he's closer to Rhyme than here. But
Yeah.
wait, I don't want to get too sidetracked. Is there a temple for Kasuth somewhere around here?
He's not a nice guy, is he?
No.
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 Do you wanna-
nothing
do you wanna
official.
Look for one?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception. Actually, investigation. Sorry.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The longest freaking password to get in here.
You alright?
Yeah. Oh, Goose walked over my grave.
Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 9.
So why would you be looking for him?
Pele's really angry inside.
That's the reason why you're really angry at him.
That letter is like still sitting on like in her mind, and she knows where she needs to throw her anger at.
Are we destroying a temple before we leave or something? Or?
Maybe if it gets to there, we're gonna see.
Are we hoping for it to get to there? There is
No.
a predisposition.
No, I won't blame the followers of Kasuth here. Just Kasuth. Unless they're also sacrificing people here.
I'm sure there are. There's several temples around here that sacrifice people. It's not approved, but there's little to stop everything.
Okay. So, as you're walking around the square where all of the temples and whatnot are, you do stop at one. It almost looks like a temple that would be for Kasuth. As you get closer to it and start to walk, you notice that the colors aren't right though. As you get a little bit inside the temple, you realize that the feeling inside is not of Kasuth, but something that is a little bit more kinder. As you start to look around, you can see tapestries of a woman wearing a starry-looking gown, but the temple itself looks like that of Kasuth's, like the etymology of those statues and the type of depictions and stuff are very similar, almost like a mirror image, if you would, of Kasuth. But this is not Kasuth. As you walk up, you can see a couple of clergymen that kind of stop and look at you.
I'll stop and look at them.
As they come up, is there anything we can help you with, my child?
I'm so sorry. Oh, what's the deity for this temple?
This would be, Mistra.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know that?
Can I just tell her?
Yeah.
Goddess of magic.
Goddess of magic.
Yes.
That is, correct.
I'll look around again and say, is Kasuth also worshipped in this temple?
Oh, no.
No.
Kasuth is, one of a very limited types of deities. Mistra happens to be part of that pantheon. Around the same time, if you will, when they came into being. But they're, even though they have different beliefs, sources of power are somewhat similar.
So, would you say that Kasuth is below Mithra?
Equal in a sense.
In a sense.
Yes.
Okay. As her anger starts to dissipate for a second, because of the calm feeling in here.
But are you looking for Kasuth?
Yeah.
As he kind of almost raises an eyebrow, like, why would anyone be looking for him? But okay.
Not in a wish of worship, more of a.
That's all right. You don't have to. As he looks at you, and then beckons you forward as he brings you to a small room, which has a statue of Mistra inside of it. I'm sure if you ask the goddess, she will relay any message that you have for Kusuth, as they belong to the same pantheon, or she might even allow him to make his presence known here.
I'll look back at my friends and say, "You guys mind if I have a minute?"
Take your time, as long as you're within sight.
Cass, will you hold your card?
Yeah, I'll take your card.
Okay. I would appreciate time to talk to Mithra. This shit's awkward.
As the statue kind of glows for a few moments, you feel kind of like a gentle touch on your shoulder as a very elegant looking woman kind of appears before you as she's looking at you. She does have this black crown that kind of sits on top, almost like a fin style, but it does have points that go all the way back. She's wearing a black dress with what looks to be like stars inside the dress. It's very similar to Swage's cloak that he wears, or his robes that he wears. As she sits there and she looks at you, well, this is quite interesting. She kind of sniffs the air for a few moments. Bahamut, Kusuth. Is there any other gods that you
Hopefully not.
see? I smell Agma guidance on you, and maybe a little bit of Gond, and something else, and a very powerful lady. Interesting. You've been quite all over the place, my dear.
Yeah, I know. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Oh, yes. What can I help you with?
So if you noticed, Kusuth was a presence in that. And I was trying to find a temple of his.
You wouldn't find any in this part of the world. As
Doesn't deserve
he's a little heavy-handed in certain things.
You're telling me.
Yes.
Really, in all honesty, I really just wanted to yell at him because he deserves my wrath.
That sounds almost like him. You know that, right? Let me ask you a question. What is the one thing that you despise happening to yourself? The sacrifice be damned. Do you want to be consumed by the all-raging fire? Or do you want to control it?
I want to control it.
So then why allow him to have influence over you, even from here? Yes, you're angry. But by getting angry and then venting on him or anyone else around you, does that not make you any better than him?
Kind of like a volcano erupting and killing a bunch of people.
Exactly.
You're not wrong.
No. That being said, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna tell him to go fuck himself, but I am going to tell him to lay off of things. And probably not the right man, but
I would very much appreciate that.
it's the least I can do for someone who's going to be calm and collected.
Calm and collected. I don't.
You have friends to help you, especially the big giant one.
There's two of them.
Yeah,
They're
sounds
big
like that's
giants.
right.
The blue one. You know, the one you have.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
sitting over there, it's like, why did she just turn her red? What the hell is she blushing?
So, okay. You're right. You're right.
I know I'm right. I'm a god. Of course I know.
So girl to girl, or girl to god,
Yes.
goddess. I appreciate your words, and
Well,
there's, I guess you're the goddess of magic, so I guess a better question for you would be that my magic doesn't come from Kosuth, right?
no. God, no. It comes from your bloodline.
That's right. I was Pele, like, just like, yes, small win. Okay.
Is that what he told you?
That's what he never told anybody that. That's what the people all believe, is that the god bestowed it upon people in my family, and we needed to be sacrificed to a volcano to soothe his anger so he didn't kill anybody, because we had to return the flame that he gave us. That's what they're telling everyone.
I mean, just between me and you, it's a bunch of hogwash.
I appreciate that.
But it is his domain, his right, to either correct or not correct mortals in their futile understanding of beings that are more powerful than themselves.
Fair enough. So, my magic that comes from my blood is a little unstable at times.
That happens.
Is that it's just normal? Just live with it?
I mean, there are ways to tame the magic, but it will only come in time. Or it could just be wild all the time. I would say, though, being calm and collected, though, would help go down the path of control and anger, frustration, and despair could cause it to go out of control even more.
What would you recommend on maintaining a calm and collected demeanor?
Find a mantra.
Find a mantra.
Or just cuddle up with that big blue guy.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Miss, oh my god. I can't remember this guy's name. She got a fever. There's like steam coming out of her ears.
She's more red than usual.
I appreciate this conversation. I do feel a lot more calm.
Also, your other friend, he doesn't like gods very much, does he?
I mean, I've been burned by him. He doesn't really trust beings that, are up elsewhere and not down here.
He should probably be a little careful about certain things. I mean, not that there's a whole lot of gods out there that just smite people, but there are a few.
Yeah.
And you are in a religious square where people can be heard all over the place.
That's fair. I mean, you're right. Calm and collected. I could
I
share
just don't
that
want
word.
to see anyone get hurt.
Me either.
That's horrible. Mortal lives are so fragile. But anyways, is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And if you're ever in the neighborhood and want to just chat, by all means.
It's nice to have a gal to talk to.
It's nice to actually find someone who listens to things I say, not just the intent of what I say.
It's fair.
And she turns around and kind of just walks into the darkness as the lights start to fade, and she disappears. And of course, none of you guys actually saw her except for Pele. You just saw Pele's face turn red. You couldn't even hear the conversation.
Are the clergymen that, like the one that I was talking to, is he still over there?
He's outside the door, just
Yes.
standing there.
Oh. I'm gonna go out the door and I'm going to hug that clergyman.
As he kind of hugs you back. Oh, okay, my child. Is everything okay?
I'll pull back and I'll just shake his hand. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll turn to everyone else and I'll say, let's go.
All right.
And
That was a weird one. As he turns around and like begins to walk. This girl's crazy.
I'll say to everyone else and I'm gonna say, cares about Kosooth? He ain't worth nobody's time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's all I got.
All right. And I think that's probably a good spot to end. It is 8 o'clock, and then we'll pick up next week with Swage and Issei, and hopefully Swage's friend. And
There were
interesting way to incorporate him.
a few items I was looking for to like buy before we left the town.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
If I send this to you later, then
Yeah,
we can
I'll
just
see
do
if I
that
can-
over Discord or whatever.
Yep.
And one of them was like an actual like D&D item, but the idea for the home was like a homebrew idea that I liked. It was the dragon vessel, and it like you can like it's got different rarities that you can find it at, and it does different potions. But the homebrew, what it did was it made it level up with you if you had it attuned to you. So like if you were, every time like. So like level 1 through 5, it was like the least rare, and then like level 5 through 10, it would go up 1, and then 10 through 15 it would go up, and then 15 through 20.
What's it called?
Dragon vessel, and then like the highest rarity, it gives you a potion that lets you turn into an adult dragon.
Oh, the thing from
It was in the
Fizzband?
Fizzband, yeah.
Gave that to our monk, and
But like in the book, it gives you different rarities to find it at. But the homebrew that I was reading about on Reddit it let it like level up, like a video game almost.
It levels up in the
Oh,
book.
does it?
Yeah, you have to
'Cause
soak it in the dragon's wort.
Oh, the description I read, it didn't. I must have not read that part.
Yeah, because they did that. They left it in the Ord for a full year and got the full effect. And he never once transformed into a dragon, and it rolled a new character after he died. And I was like, boy. Never once turned into a dragon.
Missed opportunity.
This is random, but I cannot believe I rolled 2 nat 20s in the beginning.
I'll have to
of
look
5
at
and
it.
then 1.
So you're going to what
Yeah,
you're talking
it's
about.
it's not a big deal. I don't even know if I can find it again. It was just something I'd read a little while ago and remembered. But the other two items aren't.
Yeah, because it looks like just a vessel container to hold liquid.
Yeah, I'll send you what it was. I don't know if I can find it in
That
homebrew,
sounds
but
like a bottle.
I can
even
send
if
you
you
the
find it in the book
item.
in the page number, you can
Yeah.
just look it up.
But the other two shouldn't be a problem. Like the other two was the amulet of the drunkard and
Really?
yeah,
Is that something you just needed after tonight? Or?
and lightning javelin.
Oh, Javelin of Lightning?
Yeah, javelin and lightning.
Okay.
If I don't,
Yeah, just send me a list.
if we don't find what's his face, I'm gonna have to track down some plate mail again because the fighter running around in medium. It's just
I'm
Depends on
hoping
what your dex is.
I'm hoping
My
Estivador
dex
has
is
some
good.
kind of like
Yeah.
I'd be better with the plate
demon
mail
teleport
and
tech
shields.
in that carriage.
Why? How big a difference? If it's a point of difference.
I think it was like you were
Well,
at 22.
with the plate mail, I could stop carrying the shield and have the gun in my offhand.
Sure.
Seeing as I'm about to be permanently
What's your
attached to
dex?
that thing. Plus, it'll be +3 next time we level up.
What? You get in trouble?
It's 15
No.
now.
Oh.
There's something in the closet.
Yeah, the guns. Don't worry about them. Leave them alone.
Why are they there?
Because they're a neighbor
Man,
across the street.
and this week we're set up for so much RP that we can
That's
do.
all I was wondering.
So, as we always do, what you guys like, dislike, think that could be changed or improved, we'll go with Silas.
I don't think I was happy. That kind of went the way I was expecting with some of the discussions with Bahamut and stuff. Silas is excited just because he's down and I can write stuff in my inner monologue and run around. So it's fun to be in town, but it's also one that I don't want to burn up game time for stuff that's just, in my mind, Silas putzing around. Well, if it's plot stuff, that's one thing. Like going through the temples with Bahamut, that's all plot stuff that needs to happen.
Yeah.
His stuff is not stuff I don't think will advance the story particularly.
Never know.
I mean the book. That's why I did the book, because I might be interested, but I'm just like, that sounds really dangerous and not his thing. So nobody else in the group is like, I don't trust other people with this. So,
Yeah.
Because he is, in the end, he's still a priest. He's just not an active priest.
So excited there's a heading to get information about the thing that's with Ember. Ah, I'm so excited for that.
Bon?
Finally got to use my dang crowbar.
You mean I got to use it?
That's probably better. You did less damage than I would have.
Okay. Anything else?
I didn't have much to interact with, but that was fine. It was more than everybody else kind of stuff today.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Alright. Pele?
There's a lot.
I
There's
know.
a lot to unpack.
Honestly, I didn't know if you guys were going to stay and actually search the room, because then you would have missed out on some of that stuff.
I'm so glad that we did. Because
I was like,
That's loud.
I'm sitting there going like, everybody just left the scene of the crime and
I know,
we're
I was
alone.
like-
Yeah, what the hell?
I thought we were, I don't know why, but I thought like we had been escorted out too, and then I was like, oh no, we're still in here, and I was like,
Yeah, definitely.
and now we have all the earrings. We even have
We have extra.
which is great because we might.
Okay, yeah, I'll send you like a list of things that we have an indiscriminate amount of, and you can like tell us how many we found.
Okay.
There were other things. There are badges. And
Oh yeah,
the funny,
I got
the
a whole
funny
new
thing
earring.
is
I
the
forgot
two
about
people
that.
who probably know about this, one's dead and the other one we're getting ready to implicate, I think.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 1,000 gold.
Oh, Kaz is gonna implicate that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm going through all those books. That's why I took
How'd you
them,
like
so I
the
could-
interaction with Bahan?
I liked all of it. I was almost against like trying to talk to Kosuth, because I was like I just talked to one guy. I was like I don't know, but I was like we're here. I was like, and if I didn't find that letter, I wouldn't even have like done it.
Thought of that, yeah.
But the fact that when we found that letter, I was like, no, Pele would definitely want to like try and see him in person and be like, you suck. Get out of my life.
And you know, somebody else told you something else.
What?
What?
I don't know. What?
You should go back and look at your notes about your interaction with a certain somebody.
Okay,
That
more
gnome at the
clear.
restaurant.
No,
Was it today?
no.
I was like,
It was when you got pulled into a specific space with a little orb that you had in your
my
hand.
interaction with Ember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he had some words about certain things that were going on behind the scenes that you didn't know
Oh,
about.
yeah.
But he was
And
trying to convince you to be.
yeah, so that's now where like Pele's kind of like, okay, you know what? Who cares about Kusuth? He has no like ability control over my life anymore. So now it's just strictly this temple and the people back home. And I was like,
I
so
thought
that's
mid-throw was pretty cool.
yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
thinking you could
I like-
level up and go back and be a volcano.
Yeah.
I was
Okay,
like, well,
I'm a volcano this week. Oh, yeah.
so
Yes, he will be angry because you didn't sacrifice me. Guess what? I'm his karma.
So will I. Yeah, so that's the kind of like how I wanted it to lead for Pele is like, you know, stop believing the gods. Humans are fallible, gods are fallible, everyone's fallible, but like humans don't have to listen to the gods, so like
But the humans get punished for it, and the gods don't.
yeah, true.
No, that's not entirely true.
From the
But
human point of view, it kind of seems that way.
So I was just trying to find the nicest way to look at Kaz and go, simple people need simple gods without it saying
True.
insulting. He's trying to think, how do I explain this without
I mean, look at
it?
Cypher,
Direct
Cyric.
gods need direct
Cyric
people
sure
need
as hell got
direct
his
gods.
ass handed to him by Bahamut, being a dick. But so Kaz, what did you like this?
I liked all the interactions with the different gods tonight, especially Kaz's. Like I was on the edge of my seat. That was really good.
I was like,
I was like getting upset.
how do I convey this to him so that way it's like, it's not like just words. I want him to actually like.
I really like that too. Like you did like Kaz's dream thing. Like you used that. I really like that. That was nice.
That was a good. That was
Yeah, it was
nice.
It was show, not tell.
Nice
Yeah.
pulling.
It's like, I'll show you this.
That's
I'm
how-
not going to just tell you feel bad.
That's how I do all like has his dreams too. It's all like I never have. He never talks to any of the gods in the dreams.
Yeah.
They always just show him stuff.
Yep.
So I really like that. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. I was on the edge of my seat that whole time.
Well, I just like after that, I'm like, oh, we're going to the frost. It's not really.
Yeah.
The other
I was
option
like,
just flew out the door.
yeah, and like my big concern
Which
was
is
like
fine,
a
'cause
timing factor, and that's why I was like maybe we could figure out like which one is more immediate first. Like,
Yeah, I
when we
like
can
how you
get
asked him
both.
Bahamut.
And he's like,
I also
Yeah,
like
no.
that too. How like we have to like it is an
Yeah.
actual choice. Like we're not going to be able to do save both. Like
Yeah.
we have to pick one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which one you pick. Something's gonna happen one way or another, and could be good, could be bad. You
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
You know what happens if you go and you take care of the stuff in the frost, and then the Valdun area falls. Like that is a real
I'm
possibility.
just guessing she has
Or-
some other people to do it.
Yeah, or like Silas says, that there's people over there that can kind of contain it and keep it under wraps, or
He just thinks
Suppress
it's
it.
more likely there are people who can deal with that than can deal with in the frost.
well, like the fact that
I mean, but Cyric's whole interaction with you was not totally just in game either.
uh-huh.
I mean, he did drop a lot of truth bombs that. a lot
Yeah,
of
but he's
people-
the kind of dick that does. He's just
Yeah.
he's just like you,
that's
because you're not gonna trust what he says. He's Loki. He's like, I can't believe you, but that doesn't mean you're lying. I just
Yeah.
can't trust you.
and that's what's
So
so.
he's like, well, I'm telling the truth.
and that's what's so fucking cool
I'm
about
such a
him.
nice guy.
Yeah.
It's like, you son of a bitch.
I was like, I just wasted 20 minutes with a different god pretending to be
Uh-huh.
Bahamut. I was like, it's,
Yeah, but,
But
you
did
know
you-
he
but
does.
did you-
he did that for a
did-
reason. That's
Yeah.
the
But
whole
did I?
thing.
Yeah,
There's
no.
something going
I
on.
like Megan is like sitting back here like, okay, and like Pele needs to like sit and marinate on it and be like,
Yeah.
okay, I need to compartmentalize all this information, and
That's also why I kind of was like, we should end at 8 so that way you guys can digest some of that, because you guys are gonna pick up stuff probably the rest of the week and be like, oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Whenever you can get that recording up, super awesome.
Would be super nice.
No rush.
A lot of truth bombs dropped. And then if you could just catch Swage and Issei up, just give them a little quick rundown.
I'm gonna get that. That'll be uploaded by tomorrow night. I'll
Okay.
100% make sure I get that done tomorrow night.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
I won't be going home
I
tonight,
didn't-
or I do it tonight.
I didn't even like write any.
I just gotta figure out a
notes
cool way to
today.
interact friggin' Swage's friend. Like, I don't want to do like the normal.
What's he playing? He's a
He's
rogue.
He's gonna play a rogue barbarian.
Rogue barbarian.
Yeah.